releasing the puck very well. And we're not doing a good job crashing it.
Hold on. Hey, welcome to the Puck Drops here. This is Peter, 5 foot. Probably going to be in this room for most of the summer to do the streams because some other stuff happened. Okay, so I'm back for the Puck Drops here. Now, interestingly enough, I had some family issues yesterday. I didn't miss a goal, but I did miss that Pollock block at the end of the game. So apparently a lot going there, but still 2-2 series tie in that game. But here, of course, Montreal, Vegas, and we've got some interesting things. Sorry for saying interesting too much. Robin Lehner is in. Marc-Andre Fleury is out. After Fleury, Patrick Wad the puck to, and this is not a good thing, Patrick Wad the puck to Josh Anderson, and then Josh Anderson scored the overtime winner after the Byron break. And overtime, so they have a new goalie. And the problem is if this works, great. But if this doesn't work, face elimination 3 times. If you go to Game 7, you have a chance to clinch, but you still face elimination 3 times. You still, regardless, unless you win in 5 games, you still. Hold on, guys. Come back, please. Then you have to write that down.
No, when you're home, especially when you're alone, you're supposed to remember.
That's some stupid stuff to do with dark color or whatever. But anyway, that's just some other. I don't know what that is, but. My dad was asking about something. I don't know. Something weird. But anyway, sorry if I was getting just. I have no idea what I was talking about. Sorry, guys. I literally have no idea what I was talking about. I'm sorry. If any of you are here and want to remind me, please do, because I do not remember what I was just talking about. Something to do with, now I remember. Regardless of what happens with this series, well, unless Vegas loses in 5, they're going to have to come back to this building if they want to win the series. So they've got a lot to look at here.
NHL.com/discover. You can do better. Just go get a freshly made footlong from Subway. Thanks, Tony. Thank you. Choose better, be better, and now save when you order in the app. Subway, eat fresh. This June 21st and 22nd is Amazon Prime Day. 2 days of epic deals that can change your kitchen, your yard, your game, or even the way you celebrate. So if you have plans on Prime Day, change it.
So, yeah, I'm ready, but we're going to go back to commercial, and so we'll see what happens as everything goes along.
Rise to the challenge with the rugged performance of Honda Passport, Pilot, and CR-V. For breaking news, highlights, and the latest from our experts, follow NHL on NBC Sports on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. How do we stop?
We've also got Game 7, guys, between Philadelphia and Atlanta, the NBA playoffs. Hey, Aiden. Hey, Trent. What's up? Hopefully this game starts soon. They can win in Game 7. Now, here's the interesting thing, Trent. Right now, no matter what happens in the East, home court belongs to Phoenix. So they are the team. Well, experience-wise, if you really talk about depth and experience-wise, the best team in experience to win the whole thing in the NBA is Milwaukee. But if you want to look at home court. Phoenix will have it. But here's the interesting thing. If Philadelphia loses tonight, the NBA Finals will go through the Western Conference, whoever it is, meaning that the NBA Finals could run through Staples Center with the Clippers being the team. It's really interesting. But the Sixers, they'll have home court against any team not named Suns. Here's Robin Lehner, guys. He'll start for Vegas, 13-13, 2.20 goalie average, and a .918 save percentage for the Vegas Golden Knights. And I think they're going to go to commercial, and then soon. I have no idea when this game is starting, guys. Hey, Avs fan. What's up? Did you see the highlights of the game last night? It was a pretty nuts game.
Well, a player doesn't really matter who's in net. What a battle for both goalies. They're both number one goalies. But if I was a coach of that team, I would start at Marc-Andre Fleury. Being at home in Quebec, after that gap, I'm sure it's not sitting with him. I want to get him back in the net again so we can turn the page because he's the reason why we got this point to begin the show.
Yeah, right. If he does play again at some point.
Puck drop 9:15. Okay, 8:15. Okay, so that's in about 9 minutes. All right. Gonna entertain you guys till then. Take a look at what's going on in the NBA. During commercial, we'll have that. I don't think I'm gonna stream the NBA game still going on, but I'll probably watch it. JC has told me he's kind of hanging out with friends, but at some point he will be by to do the hockey talk, and he's gonna do it normally, not like what Trent did.
How are you supposed to stop this, Anson? You could put Leonard and Fleury in the net with Cale Makar shooting from there, and it's not going to make a difference. And on the power play, just to add some insult to injury, a backdoor tap. A very difficult night for Leonard. Hasn't played a lot of hockey up to that point. Let's in 7.
It'll be like 3 where I am. Aiden, I don't think I'm gonna stream this week. I might stream on the weekend if there is hockey, but I don't think I'm gonna stream this week because I've got school and I don't tend to stream on the week, at least not before Thursday, because Thursday I have a quiz again. But after Thursday, I might. Now, if I remember correctly, just give me a second. Just happened. Just give me a second there. I'm trying to think. Game 5 Monday. Game 5 Tuesday. Game 6. Wednesday. Game 6 Thursday. If there is a Game 7 in Tampa, it's on Friday. If there's a Game 7 in Vegas, it's Saturday. So if there are Game 7s, I'll stream them, but I don't. Or maybe even Thursday night I could probably stream, actually. That would be Game 6 between the Canadiens and Vegas if we get it. But, yeah, if there are Game 7s and Game 6 on Saturday between Canadiens and Vegas Golden Knights, sure, but we'll have to see. Guys that watch this, I mean, everybody else is going to the Canadiens and going, wow, look at them, look at them. People that have been with this show since this channel, as we go to commercial, this channel since January and February. Remember when the Canucks were only like 3 points behind Montreal for the playoff race? Remember that, guys? Yeah. The Canucks were battling with the Canadiens for the 4th playoff spot, and here are the Habs in the conference final. It's weird. It's really weird. Oh, apparently the general manager for Vegas, or the president, a former Capitals guy, I can't remember his name for some reason. I don't remember why I can't remember his name. Tested positive for COVID. That's horrible. Well, Fleury's not playing. Lehner's playing. Fleury got benched. Yeah. I remember Josh was watching it with me, and when Horvat scored the first goal in the shootout for the first game, and the Canucks won 6-5, we're going crazy. It was great. Yeah, but Aiden, Fleury got benched. Robin Lehner's playing. because of all that. You tested negative? Awesome, Aiden. Fantastic. Love it. I already got my shot, so.
To witness things that make us feel a little more normal. But we're all go at our own speed.
But yeah, so no Fleury gaff. This is a shot in the dark. Avs fan, I told you this on Discord. You know this, but this is a shot in the dark for Vegas because if it works, it might not even work. If it works, they might still lose the series. But it puts them in a great position. But if this doesn't work, even though in Game 7 they didn't have a chance to clinch, you have 3 opportunities where you can be eliminated. You're facing elimination 3 straight times. You're not in a good position. And now, Lehner doesn't work. Fleury doesn't work. Your confidence is shot. And the fans are going to be quiet in Vegas. It's kind of like Vegas, Winnipeg, except Vegas is playing the role of the Jets and the Canadiens playing the role of the Golden Knights. Here we are in Montreal. Welcome to Quebec. The Canadiens up 2-1 in the series. It's a high risk, low reward. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if the reward is that low. I think the reward is a little higher than low. I think it's about medium because the reward can help, but the risk is way high, really high. Here's Lehner, obviously in goal for Vegas, and for Montreal, it's going to be Carey Price, I would assume, who is a shoe-in for the Conn Smythe if the Habs win their 25th championship. The Montreal Canadiens are at the blue line. It's time for the Star-Spangled Banner and then Oh Canada. Go Habs, go on the screen as puck drop at the C and the H. We know for sure, because it is 2-1 Canadiens in the series, that either in this series or in the Stanley Cup final, there will be at least one game back in this building. Either for Game 6, as the Star-Spangled Banner plays, either Game 6 on Tuesday, Game 6 on Thursday, or later next week or the week after, whenever it is in the Stanley Cup final. Game 3, we would know because the Canadiens are the lowest seed. In fact, the Canadiens have a worse record than Dallas and the Rangers, who didn't even make the playoffs. No, it does not. It does not, Avs fan. You are correct. Now, Fleury has let up a bunch of soft goals. His bring back Flower is it's Vegas fans, actually, so that they believe in him. But Fleury, yeah. You remember that Fleury did give up a few soft goals in the 2013 series against the Penguins, if you remember, and a few other soft goals. It's his career, but he's the 3rd winningest goalie of all time, behind Waugh and Brodeur. So that's some saying. 2 Waghs themselves. And the Star-Spangled Banner, speaking of Quebecois, is done, and Canada will be played in Montreal. Right. It's how you respond, although they're not giving him a chance to respond because Lehner's starting. Now, does Fleury start in Game 5? Lehner could have the game of his life, and Fleury still start in Game 5. They play musical goalies, and Mike Babcock said that the team that usually plays musical goaltenders and switches their goalies around is golfing the next week. And we'll see. The earliest they could be knocked out, Vegas, would be Tuesday if Montreal wins this game and Montreal wins Game 5. The Canadiens, who haven't been to the final since 93, when they won in the old Montreal Forum against the New York Islanders, who they could meet in the final, or Tampa Bay. That series, of course, tied 2 apiece, and we know on Wednesday there will be a Game 6 in New York City. the only New York team playing in the playoffs since Brooklyn lost in overtime in their Game 7 against the Bucks. The white towels are going. The lights are going. Montreal is ready. Vegas is ready. The Golden Knights, Lehner, Price, they're all ready. As Bob Cole would say, are you ready? And there are the numbers. Robin Lehner in his playoffs, 4 shutouts in his career, and he would have had 5 if the Islanders would have won in Game 1 in overtime in the 2019 Stanley Cup playoffs. Obviously, Jordan Stahl scored in overtime that game, where Stahl, of course, the Hurricanes swept that entire series and then were swept by Boston in the conference final. It's not worth starting a goalie who's only played 1 game in these playoffs in which he let up 7 goals with a 3-1 Montreal lead in the line. That's true. Yeah, true. Now that he was staying, though, Lehner should have started Game 1 just to see what the Avs could bring up, because they were going to start Fleury in Game 2 anyway. So, but this is a different scenario because it's not Game 1, it's Game 4. Face off, won by Montreal, and here we go. Back out, the Canadiens, they're ready. Back out, down Suzuki. And now he'll try to move this up, and he did. Here's Tyler Toffoli with it. Tyler Toffoli, and now the Golden Knights behind William Karlsson. We'll have Game 7 of the basketball series and all the intermissions. Brought in by Riley Smith. Moving the backhand. Smith forked off at a shot. This one wide of Price. The former Bruin couldn't let it go, and it's tipped away, Marchessault, and into the glove of Price. And again, it's the Suzuki line against the Karlsson line. Yeah. And of course, after Game 2 in overtime, and remember, Colorado, that was their only win in regulation. So speaking of that game, Lehkonen, he took a hit, and now back out Philip Danault. The Canadiens are going to bring this up to center, dropping off a hand off of Marchessault, and now at the line, and that's a hand pass. So a stoppage. 58 seconds into the hockey game. No Chandler Stevenson for Vegas, and of course no Marc-Andre Fleury. He sits behind the glass with the COVID mask and a Golden Knights hat. Kotkaniemi faced off, spun to the corner, and it's kept in there. Gustafsson, he took a hit and shoots it out around. Pietrangelo, who has been all-world in this series. Anderson tries to get it. It's tipped away, and there Kotkaniemi, a backhander, swept through and dropped across. It's Gustafsson, tries to set through a hit, and the puck comes to Lehner's glove, and he holds. Remember how Lehner was so rock solid against the team that had the most longevity in Canada last year, Vancouver, and was really putting some work here in Montreal. Look at them cycle the puck, though. One thing Vancouver didn't do last year against the Knights was cycle. Montreal says, we'll cycle. Their cycle was a bit weak last year in the playoffs against the Flyers, Montreal's was, but it's working this year against Vegas. The Golden Knights, who lost in the conference final last year to the Stars, who had a bit of that mojo, and there's a hit, Edmondson, who went down. Yeah, I don't approve, Avs fan, but you know what? It's okay. John Merrill tried to backhand this through, and it's Brown. Brown sweeps it across, and Edmondson with a hit on Brown. John Merrill throwing it to Perry. Perry back across and out it down. I know you guys don't approve that I constantly bring this up, but if the Canadiens get to the final, here's a chance on goal, backhander, and it's swept wide. The goal's off. And Holden, I think, committed a penalty, or at least the referees wanted to give him one. Again, as I was going to say, I don't know if you're going to prove this, but if the Canadiens get to the final, there will be I'm just thinking. Yeah, there will be 4 former New Jersey Devils in the Stanley Cup final. Merrill for Montreal, Kyle Palmieri, Travis Zajac and Andy Green for New York. And if the Lightning face Montreal, it would be Merrill for Montreal, and for Tampa Bay, Blake Coleman. So, yeah. Bring up my bias. Dano lost it, and Lehkonen tries for a hit. It's out at the blue line, and there's a good check by Anderson at the Vegas bench. Dano as well. No penalty was called, although that could have been one. What's up, Teo Sports? Back away, it's Dano. Dano will backhand this through and line it over. Terry Lehkonen. Out across. Your brother told me that you had a lot of homework or stuff. I don't know, something. Back off Weber. Out at the blue line. Out across Dano. And up the middle, they tried to move it. And, of course, am I sitting on it? And here's a chance for Gallagher. Oh, and he made a rebound. Backhanded through. Was able to fight this off. And Pacioretty keeps this through. No points for Pacioretty in the series so far. I don't know if JC told me. He told me a little bit. He told me he was coming. He was going to be at the stream later, but he was like with friends or something. Up to the middle and back out for Vegas. Backhanded on through. And Edmondson. He'll step it across. Habs will move it up the middle. Lined it down out to center. And here's Carlson. Carlson steps, holds, shoots for a screen. Saved by Price. And he gloves it down. And this was what Gallagher did just to the low pad side of. Oh, no, Gallagher just went down and whiffed. Or if that wasn't Gallagher, I don't know who had that rebound. That was Gallagher on his own rebound that almost batted that in and whiffed on it. Avs fan, what have you noticed? Is it something that I haven't seen yet? Like I'm going to see a goal or something here? Kotkaniemi against Waugh on the faceoff. And that tied up and off to the line of the Montreal zone. Waugh going down. And back away, Petrie trying to win it away with Anderson. Anderson hit, Petrie backhands this behind the net. And out across it goes Edmondson there. Wanted Kotkaniemi. It's fought off at the boards. Anderson there and pinned over for Waugh trying to get up the middle. Josh Anderson, he took a hit and tried to spin it off the boards and send it out to center. And back out. Price will handle behind the net and step this across. The Canadiens try to move up. A good hit in the zone. Anderson and Waugh almost turn it over, but he gets it back. Vegas is not playing comfortable in front of Lehner when they are very confident in front of Fleury. Oh, that's true. Didn't notice that. But they're kind of nervous with the puck. They're like dangling around, and their skating is really inconsistent and inefficient. Where with Fleury, they speed it up. Yeah, that's a good point. I agree. 15:58 to go in the first. Also, Montreal.
An awful lot of time in their zone in the last game here.
And they have to relieve some of the pressure on Weber and Sherrod. Both those guys played over 31 minutes.
Tuck lost it, but they win the face-off. There's Whitecloud shooting this one, and it deflected up high, trying to bank it off Price. They couldn't. But now they got offensive zone. Good time. Canadiens pitch it through. Anderson out to center. Josh Anderson will try to wrist this through, and it went all the way back to the blue line and stepped up into the middle and over for Tuck, who outskated a check. Tuck there. And out again for Sherrod. Sherrod swung this on through. And back up Pietrangelo. Gallagher, Kotkaniemi. And they both battle. And swung on through Martinez. Pacioretty. And a hit there on Mark Stone. And back Sherrod. Dano steps through Tuck. And lings it over. Lehkonen there. Not Gallagher chasing Martinez. Also brought up the point they're nervous with the puck. This causes some stupid turnovers, which can lead to Montreal goals. Yeah, and possibly penalties if the refs stop calling everything against Montreal or not calling everything against Vegas. Back out at the left circle and Petrie. I don't even want like calls for Montreal. I just want like an evenly clean game. Here's a shot on through, tipped off of Lehner, and that wouldn't go. Out at the blue line, stepped through Petrie. And it swung away from Martinez, who got hit. Mark Stone with a wobbly pass, which he usually doesn't complete passes that wobbly. in front of Lehner. So, again, that was a good point. As Stahl fans on the shot and try to get it. Stahl out behind, trying to draw a penalty, none given. Stahl backhand, swept away, and Armia with it. I wonder if you'll see Tatar in this series. He was there, very prevalent against the Jets. And Brown will try to move it in. Canes fan rooting for Vegas. I am rooting for Montreal, as you can see on the hat. Although I don't really care as much. Off at the line to center ice. Back Theodore. Marchessault swept through. Yeah, Aiden, I really don't know. It's been weird. Like, the New York series has been, New York Tampa Bay series has had some bad refereeing, and this series has been really clean. That was a good shoulder save by Price. He didn't even track it till the last minute. But, like, a game 3, like, everyone's going to talk about the slash, right? Yeah. Also, Avs fan, I talked about the officiating on the radio show tomorrow, so you can listen to that. But he got slashed, but he also got tripped. And, I think we're going to get a penalty against Vegas. Oh, no, it's a hand pass. That's what it is. 13:52 to go in the first period. No score. But what happened was there was a trip on Pacioretty. Well, not on Pacioretty. Pacioretty was tripped. Not Pacioretty, excuse me. Perry was tripped, as well as a few other players that were tripped and interfered with that were never called, including the slash in overtime. Oh, Hawks fan. Nice to know you're a Hawks fan. If you're still here, Raging Canadian Bacon, aren't you a Hawks fan as well? I remember you jumped on a bunch of Chicago-Detroit streams. And we're playfully friendly, not in a bad way, but badgering me at the Hawks. Well, Canada will bring home a cup, go Montreal.
So you're finally supporting his rock star dream. Because you know you have a plan to pay it off. Buy now, pay later with Planet. One of the many things you can expect when you're with Amex.
Detroit, another win against Anaheim. Again, if you didn't say this, said it yesterday, but usually when Detroit plays Anaheim, I'm rooting for Detroit, not in baseball. So. Not happy about that. Yeah. But there were a bunch of penalties that should have been called. That's my thing. It wasn't just the slash. There were tripping. There was interference. There was a hit from behind. Nothing. And they still win. So I saw a Canadiens fan on social media say, I believe this team could win the cup because of this. We got screwed by the refs. We should have. We had chances where we probably should have lost. We still found a way to win.
13:52 left in the opening period here at Bell Center. John Forsland, Joe Nicoletti upstairs, Pierre McGuire. As we just saw,
25-23, Philadelphia. 25-24 right now. I think Atlanta just got fouled, so free throws coming for them. Here's a chance, Smith. Oh, and they deflected that puck right over Price. Canadians keep it. There's Dano. Out to the corner and backhands this. Trying to set it up to center, Caulfield. And off at the blue line. And back out, tried for Carlson. There's Anderson. Look for Suzuki. And back out again. Moved it on out. And it can be continued to move there as they pull through Martinez. Martinez stepped away off the line. And there's a good hit on Jeff Petrie. Petrie with it. Steps aside. Martinez deflected back away and out from Suzuki. Waugh now brought in by Anderson. No backhand this through. Anderson on Petrangelo. He hits Alec Martinez. and flown to center ice. Chipped at the wall. Sherratt will backhand this through.
Anderson has hit everything in this series.
100%.
I think this might be the reason Vegas is playing very comfortably with the puck. What reason? Oh, because they know that they're going to get calls. Oh, yeah. Price will hand this off. Also remember that the Canadiens fired their coach in the middle of the season. They had their assistant for the end of the season, and their assistant interim head coach just got COVID, so it's their secondary assistant. And if he goes down, Burrows is going to be coaching the team. And they're still winning. It's nuts. Me and JC threw drinks at each other when KD hit that shot to go in overtime. I kind of missed it because I wasn't watching the game, but I saw it on like ESPN later. It was a nuts shot, and they still lost. I think number one is Stahl will shoot over and wide. I think two things. Number one, the Nets lost because they don't have as much chemistry with each other. And number two, they lost because no Kyrie Irving. They would have won in 6 with Kyrie out in front for Armia. And a save by Lehner. I will say he's a little bit comfortable. There's a tap past Stahl, try to get it on through. And a shot from the point. This deflects off the boards as well. Here's Brown. He'll send it through. Also, remember how dominant Vegas looked in game 1. Eric Stahl got hit off the puck. Noshek. And Petrangelo. And now Noshek tries to set this in the middle. Over for Jonathan Marchessault. Back for Brown. Gustafsson keyed him off. 2-on-2 and a good pass, but right off the stick. Stahl trying to get there. It was delayed offside against the Canadiens, so he goes for a change. The Nets lost? Yeah. I watched highlights of that game 7 after it landed. Incredible shot. Oh, yeah. It's nuts. He's a great player, Durant. A few years ago, the year after the Knicks made the playoffs in 2012 to 13, in December 2013, the 13 to 14 season, the first year of the streak where they missed the playoffs until this year, I went to one of the Christmas Day game at Madison Square Garden between the Knicks and the Thunder. It was awesome. Knicks lost, but it was really incredible. The Winter Classic of basketball is like the Christmas game, so it was really fun. So I got to see Durant and Westbrook, and, I didn't get to see Harden. He was already traded at that point, but Durant and Westbrook, yeah. And now Westbrook's in Washington, Durant in Brooklyn, and Harden is also in Brooklyn. And a chance in. Back out Suzuki. Try to step this up the middle. It's tipped out of play over the glass with 10:04 to go in the first. Lehner has had most of the look at, but Carey Price has played really well. And that was Carey Price getting that puck up to Suzuki. Great pass by the goaltender. I went to 4 NBA games. I've been to at least 6. I don't know. But unlike NHL, I've only been to one NBA stadium for an NBA game. That's Madison Square Garden. I've seen some incredible NBA players, though. I've seen Durant. I've seen LeBron. This is shot in and back out across, swept down the line and over to Price. Price will send this out at the corner. And back to center and intercepted. And now Colasar. Over a pass in for Waugh. The Quebec Waugh will take it left circle. Over to Holden. A shot. That just went off the stick, and the Canadiens will try to bring this up. And bring. Oh, you're talking about NBA. I've been to college basketball games. Oh, yeah. I had floor seats for a Seton Hall Xavier game at Prudential Center. I thought you were just talking NBA. Held in Whitecloud and chance again, and that across is swept out from behind. I've been near Barclays, but never been in the building. November out from behind the net. Back across. And swept through. Brought in and out across. Technically, I've been to 3, if you count the Capital One Arena. And, technically I've been to 4. Wells Fargo Center, Prudential. Prudential used to be a basketball arena for the Nets and Capital One, but I wasn't at a Nets, 76ers, or Wizards game, so I don't really count that. Passed it out across, and the center ice. They'll try to chip this through out behind the net, and a hit there. Kotkaniemi, and swept through and back out the backhand, try to keep it to the blue line, and over to center, juggled and shot in. 8:10 to go in the first period. A hit Brown and off the wall. The Canadiens still trying to establish possession. And now Petrie over Anderson. Knights keep it in off the blue line. Back out Kotkaniemi there. And Edmondson. They'll drop this through Petrie. They're going to move in a cycle. Weave it through Armia. Try to keep it on across and out at the line. In the backhand, Armia, but now Perry comes in. Corey Perry with the move. Perry got brought down, no penalty. By Stoll. Oh, save by Lehner. What a play by Lehner to rob the former Ranger. Great pass by Perry. That could have been a penalty, and Eric Stahl doing everything but a little English. No score. Vegas and the Habs.
At Progressive, we love your pets as much as you do. Like this guy in a hat. That's why Progressive Car Insurance covers your pets for up to $1,000.
Well, I just tried to load it again, and now it's glitching or whatever. We're back. Yeah, it's true, but there have been like 3-4 plays, things against Perry where he's like falling down because the stick was by his legs and they don't call. But what a save, and Stahl had like 2 whacks at it.
Did you know that ticket prices can actually go down right before the game?
Also, Hawks by 2, fairly early still in the second quarter. 30-28.
60% off. Download Game Time now.
This is my wallet before, and this is my rich wallet.
It's smaller, lighter, and a lot more convenient than my old leather wallet.
And helps me get rid of all the junk that I've collected over the years.
The Ridge is a huge upgrade. Get your Ridge wallet at Ridge.com.
Maybe. Avs fan 29. I'm thinking of streaming the basketball game too. Would you stick around after the hockey game's over if it ends in regulation for the basketball game? Just let me know. Because I'm thinking of streaming that non-intermission if it's still going on if this game ends in regulation. I'll still stream an intermission, but like now it may end before, but just like let me know. I'll be there. Okay. This basketball game I think is kind of like might end before the hockey game does, even if it ends in regulation. And again, they're saying that could have been a penalty, but no. Well, now they're looking. Other referees are looking to see if this is a penalty. Yeah. I have the NBA app up on my phone. Remember, a few years ago, Philadelphia was in a Game 7 in the second round, and in Toronto, Kawhi Leonard, the three-pointer that bounced in to eliminate the Sixers, and remember who the Raptors faced, the 1-seed Bucks. Oh, they're looking to see maybe if the puck crossed the line. There's no way that crossed, though, guys. Oh, okay. All right, JC.
I don't think we'll get an interpretation. There's no reason to. We have the same 4 officials here tonight. 2 referees are Dan O'Rourke and Chris Lee.
It makes you wonder. You see that save by Robin.
All right, JC.
And here, you know this during the playoffs. There's not a lot of practice time.
I'm gonna lower this so you can hear me.
For goaltenders, but he's looked sharp here in the first period.
You have to wonder about his conditioning levels.
Hold on a second. Don't talk until I can lower this.
Montreal 7 of the first 10 shots. Suzuki.
Okay. You can talk now. What's up, JC?
Hi.
You hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
All right, cool. JC is here. Josh has entered the chat. That's not Josh. I don't think. Is your name Josh? JC?
Me? No.
Okay. He thought it was somebody else. There's another kid named Josh. All right, JC. JC, of course, who has JC Hockey. I'm going to plug you. Who has, plug your channel. Who is, of course, another great hockey YouTuber. We love anybody in the community. A few of you guys know him. He has great content and has streams on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Instagram from time to time, and also has done some stuff. So welcome to, actually streaming on my channel.
Yeah, I think this is my first appearance on your channel. So
Yeah.
thank you
Oh,
having
the
me.
chance! I don't know. Sorry if I interrupted you, but yeah. You watching this game right now?
Yeah, it's a pretty good game.
It is a really good game. So I'm mainly going to be like broadcasting, obviously, the whole game, this and the NBA. But if you want to make comments, either broadcast or just say stuff, you can do that. Don't feel free to interrupt me. Weber hits Pacioretty back out behind the net, and it comes out across.
I'm
and
just not like comment after plays.
yeah, passes the line. Anderson drops. Anderson backhand and just swept across. And also, if you want to talk NBA, you can do that in intermission too. So, because I'm streaming that game as well. Anderson backhand, try to sweep it over for Byron. Paul Byron, who set up that overtime winner in Game 3, and trying to pull across was Byron. Pass to the line. Back out to center ice. Intercepted. There's Waugh. And back across to center ice. What?
I just started watching the game. Who would you say is playing better? Because shots say
Montreal. Kotkaniemi steals. Jesperi Kotkaniemi, and then he's just fought off the boards, and White Cloud just came out across, and it's Shea Theodore, who's in his own zone. Theodore, stretch pass. Oh, they hit off the corner wall and pinched the back. Was there. Shea Weber with a big hit. And the Canadiens will bring this across. And back through. There's Armia trying to drop it. Sherratt off the board. Stahl took a hit. And back out across Armia. Dropped it. And Lehner. And now to keep it in. And drop from where Stahl was. Stahl steps across. Stahl holds. And out at the corner line. And back there it's Armia. Armia sweeps. Corey Perry. His line is out there. Perry looking for Eric Stahl. Stahl has it. Centers in front, and that wouldn't go. Out at the line. Shea Weber cranks. Shoots, and that's tipped and blocked off the corner. And the Knights try to keep it. They will center this back out, and a pass into the middle. Tipped off, and Patrick Brown there. And a hit by Sherratt. And it's trying to find Stahl. Stahl will have it. Backhands over the glove and down all the way into the Vegas zone where Pietrangelo was, Canadiens burst through a screenshot. And that one is covered by Lehner. With 3:58 to go.
Why do you think they're playing Leonard?
Because Fleury. Hold on a second. I feel like I'm behind. I know I'm behind, but I feel like I'm more behind than I should be. Because Fleury had that gaff in the period, and they don't feel confident with Fleury.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably do the same thing, honestly, because of what happened last game.
Yeah. Giovanni, you must be super ahead of me, bro. Because I'm on commercial.
I am. Yeah, like, it was probably a good minute 30 from my whistled years.
You're ahead, you mean?
Yeah, like by a lot.
Yeah, I was being can Giovanni though. There is no goal. Why did he say goal though? All right, whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay. All right, cool. Again, I could use the TVs, but remember, like the regular TVs, it's kind of out in the open. So if people walking around and parents and stuff, it's like it's not like I'm not allowed to do it. It's just highly annoying to them. Like if I was in their shoes and I'm just yelling and somebody's yelling, streaming the game in like a living room, and they're walking or people are sitting, like I can understand how annoying that would be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, because you stream in a lot of different places.
Yeah, well, normally I stream at school. I'm not at school anymore, and I have my own room in school because the dorm room is the dorm room that I have is my own room, but this is more like a common area, and I could get cable, but I don't think this TV can get NBCSN. This TV, I think, can get NBC. So in a Stanley Cup final, there are some games where I'll be in my room because it's my own room where I can probably not be behind. Pass in front, and later we'll stop that.
Wait, that's kind of lucky that you have your own dorm in college, or like your own room, because like I remember my dad telling me he had to share a room with somebody.
Yeah, those are less money, so I'm paying more, but yeah, that's most. So we have like 2 separate hallways. I might do a vlog one day of my college. That might be something I might do.
I'm doing a vlog soon.
I might do that when I get 1K though, because it'd just be easier to do it on my phone than walk with the computer.
That is true.
But I might not be in college anymore when I get 1K, so I don't know. Face off, tied up at the line, and back to the glove. It's caught by later like an outfielder, and he's just going to hold that. On the chat, everybody is sharing their favorite player. So Aiden's favorite player is Eichel, as he's a Sabres fan. Giovanni, I don't know his. What is your favorite player? Is it Bergeron? Kaprizov. My favorite player is Kane, even though I do not like Chicago. It's funny. I've only had 2 favorite players in my life, and that's Brodeur and Kane. Here's a chance for Marchessault, a shot. Oh, and that was stopped by Carey Price. Out the center ice, Marchessault's there. Mine is Elias Pettersson. I love Pettersson. Back out, Stahl, a shot. Teed up and a save made by Robin Lehner. It's backhanded out behind the goal and over for Suzuki, who is back out there and looked across, lined over behind. Eichel, Makar, Caulfield, Aiden. Mine's probably Kane. I don't know. I'd have to really think about it.
Teo's old one is Kane, and now it's Doc.
What?
Teo's old favorite player is Kane, but now it's Kirby Doc.
Teo's also a Blackhawks fan, so that would make sense that he likes Kane. Like, it makes more sense for Teo to like Kane than me because I'm a Devils fan who loves Detroit and Vancouver. Like, doesn't make that much sense to like Kane because, the rivalry with the Hawks. 2:40 to go.
Teo is still lost with Taze and, where he is.
Have you guys ever seen the Blackhawks, like a actual game with the Blackhawks live?
Yeah, I watched the Predators game.
No, not watched one. I mean, have you been at a game with the Blackhawks? We're playing.
I have, but Teo has.
Okay. I've never been to United Center, but I was at a Devils Blackhawks game where Kane scored a shootout goal, which was really fun. In fact, that was the year they won the Cup. It was in, I want to say, November or December 2014. Here's a chance stolen by the former Canadiens captain, and Pacioretty's shot went to the outside of the net. Back off the line, there's Mark Stone. He'll shoot, and in front of Price, Pacioretty was trying to screen his former teammate, and Price sees that. McKinnon, Bergeron, Ovechkin, Avs fan. I love Ovechkin.
What's the best game you've ever been to? The most entertaining?
Best game is probably was the whole experience. I think I've talked about with me meeting the broadcasters and all that, and I got to go to the press box. And the Devils played a really good game. This year they made the playoffs. This year the Caps won the Cup, but the Caps, they didn't play great, but they found a way to tie the game. And the stretch pass by Damon Severson after Oshie got just hammered on the boards. and Taylor Hall just streams through and just fires a puck top shelf and lifts his stick up in the air. It was an incredible night. Definitely one of the best games I've been to. What?
I said that sounds fun.
It was really fun. If you ever look on like Taylor Hall, if you ever look on like Taylor Hall images and you see him with the Devils jersey, Anderson fires for a tip. Now a shot. Oh, this one up high on Lehner, and Kotkaniemi couldn't get it. If you ever see a Taylor Hall picture and he's wearing a Devils jersey, he's not like on the boards. That's in the playoff game against Tampa. But he's like looking at crowd. And you just see the fans, and he's holding his stick up, and the fans are going nuts at the corner boards on the glass. That's him. That's the goal.
All right. Why are like NHL games? They're so much better in person than watching them on TV.
I love watching NHL games. I absolutely love watching NHL games on TV. It's actually a lot of fun, but they are better than going to. That's everything, though. Like, I'll go to a baseball game and have so much fun. And sometimes I'm on my phone, but, it's still long. But on TV, after 2 pitches, I want to slam my head on a door. It's just everything is better. NBA games, usually I have problems watching too, and I can't. My eyes are glued at an NBA game, being at an NBA game.
I can sit and watch a whole NHL game, but when it comes to like an MLB game, it's just like I don't know why. Like watching it on TV.
But when you're at an MLB game, but when you're at a baseball game, no, because you just say weird things, Trent. When you're at a baseball game, you don't feel bored, right?
No, I've been to one, and it's fun.
All right, hold on. Let's take a pause. I'll be right back, guys.
Series adjustment so far for Montreal. Take away the Vegas defense. The shots on goal. It was 18-0. Shots on goal by the Vegas defense in game 1 to game 3. Game 3 was 13-6 in favor of Vegas. So Montreal's done a better job shutting it down defensively on Vegas. Marchessault will come in here, opposed by Philip Dano, who takes just about every defensive zone draw for the Canadiens. One back, Petrie all the way around.
All right, just see if my parents. 20 seconds to go. I just saw my phone. 20 seconds to go in this period, and it's going to be brought down by William Karlsson. Icing against Montreal. We haven't had too much of those in this period. T. Stelly, whether you like it or not, I'm going to call you T. Wait, what? All right, JC, what were you saying? You went to one baseball game?
And it's so much better than watching it on TV. When I watch it on TV, I get bored and I'll just like start doing other things around the house, and then I'll just like listen.
Wow, you guys have said a lot. I have to go back and see. Can I join the chat? I won't say weird things. Yeah, you will. I know you will. You just said weird things there. I don't think Trent can be trusted. You already said a weird thing. Yeah. T. Stelly, like it or not, I'm going to call you T. Okay. Well, Giovanni, his name is Trent. First period's over. No score between Vegas and Montreal.
Okay, if there's a goal, I'm not going to react until I hear you say it, right?
The first period's over.
I know. I'm saying for a second because I'm ahead.
Okay. All right. We're going to do NBA now. You ready for NBA? Are you rooting for a specific team? Yeah, it is, Aiden. Are you rooting for a specific team in the NBA playoffs? You are rooting for the Suns? I like the Suns a lot, too. I'm rooting for the 76ers because one of my friends at the radio station, if you listen to the radio show, he's not in the radio show. In fact, he has his own where he talks about basketball. Like, he knows the NBA like I know the NHL. It's crazy. But him and my dad are Sixers fans, so I'm rooting for the Sixers for them. But if Atlanta wins this game tonight, I'm rooting for whoever comes out of the West because I love the Clippers and I love the Suns. And I do not like Atlanta and I don't care, Milwaukee. Philly tied the game. And it's back out. It's going to be brought. Trae Young. Oh, I hate Trae Young. Trae Young out to the corner. This one off Capella's hand. It will be a turnover. Atlanta turnover. T. Stolle is also a Philly guy, so he's going to be, well, he's kind of a Philly guy. I didn't tell you Trent's teams. You ready for this? You ready for this? Who Trent likes his teams? All right. JC, he likes the Flyers and 76ers. Right? But he likes the Yankees and the Cowboys. And he lives by Philadelphia. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. Back spun and tried for a floater off the rim. Rebounded up high and taken by Trae Young. Here's Trae Young going to move. 2-on-3. Trae Young. Oh, he got fouled. And Trae Young's going to do push-ups on the floor for whatever reason. God almighty.
Peter, what are your top 3 sports?
To watch?
Yeah.
Hockey, football, soccer. Not even close. That's automatic. Hockey, football, soccer.
For me?
Trent, you're getting timed out.
For me, my favorite sport to watch, hockey, of course.
Right.
Then boxing. I really enjoy boxing.
I'm not a boxing guy, but yeah.
And probably baseball. Or like football, I don't know.
It's going to be football for you. You just said how you can't even watch a baseball game on TV. It's got to be football for you, right?
Yeah, but I don't really watch either. It's like I watch well, but football more entertaining.
You're not a soccer guy?
No, not really.
That's okay. I'm really into the Euro 2020. Watching that. How about those Red Dragons, Avs fan? That's Wales.
Is that why you keep sending like France flags?
Yes. Well, not France. I don't care about. What flags? What flags have you seen that you don't know what they are? It's in Ben Simmons with a floater.
Everyone, probably everyone.
Okay, so the black and yellow one and red, I think, is Germany. The one with like a little dragon is Wales. The red and white is Poland. The green and white is Hungary. And the red and yellow is Spain. Tie game here. Sixers have it.
I knew Poland, Germany, and Spain, but the other ones I didn't have a clue.
Yeah. I'm mainly rooting for Poland and Wales because a large percentage of my dad's side is Polish and also Welsh. My last name, 5 foot, it's actually Welsh. And a floater that went off. Rebound tipped up high and rebounded Trae Young. 40-40. Trae Young drives. Pass to Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic sits at the corner. Atlanta and Philadelphia, game 7. Bogdanovic. Out there for Collins. He scores. Hawks by 2. Winner will play the Bucks. It'll be back in Philadelphia for game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final if the Sixers win. They go to Wisconsin if the Hawks win for game 1 in Milwaukee between the Bucks and the Hawks. And that will also mean, as I said earlier, that the winner of the Western Conference will have home ice in the NBA Finals. Regardless, home ice. Home court. There's ice in basketball. Did you know that, JC?
Wait, what?
Because I said the winner of the NBA Finals or the winner of the Western Conference will have home ice. And home ice? What? In basketball? Right? They put no. Yeah, they don't. 3-pointer on its way out in Rimden. Rebounded back. Bogdanovic. Trae Young, and this is an offensive foul against Trae Young. Philadelphia ball.
Like TD Garden, some places have like where.
No, most places, yeah. No, most places do, but I was. You have to let me put myself down. You have to let me put myself down. You can't find a way to make it right. You have to be like, oh, really, Peter? Advice? Seth Curry scores! Philadelphia by 1. Seth Curry for 3. Trae Young. Guarded by Ben Simmons. Collins there. Huerter. Pass up deep. Huerter. Deep 3. Fakes. Huerter crossover. Huerter for 3. He scores! Hawks by 2. Huerter. Yep, go Italy, Avs fan. Yeah, I know. Italy and Wales got in, which is nice, and Switzerland has an opportunity to get in. I kind of want Philly to win this because of you, but also lose because of Detroit. Well, it's not me, Avs fan. I don't care about Philly. Bogdanovic shoots and scores. Oh, no. Shoots and hit the side. Yeah. I like the Suns and the Clippers way more than the Sixers. It's not for me. It's for my friend and my dad. Curry just went up, and I think he got fouled. There'll be free throws coming for Steph Curry's brother. Did I interrupt you, JC?
No.
Okay.
You're at 594 subs. When you hit 600, we're going to have to throw like a digital party for you.
I'm going to have to do something. I might do maybe, I don't know. I don't do a vlog, but I'll have to do something.
I'm going to have to
I know what, you know what? I know what Avs fan wants that I might actually do. He's been calling for it at least a month.
What?
He wants me to do like a video on like all my NHL hats.
Yes.
I don't know when I'd have the time for because of class, but I try probably. Oh, you know what? If I get 500 next week, 600 next week, I might not be able to because I might be like out of actually not at the house.
Okay. But hopefully I'll hit 100 soon.
Who's trapping takes L's? That better. Hold on. Who's trapping takes L's? That better not be an alternate account of like Nathan. Curry. Oh, he missed the free throw. The second. Made the first, missed the second. What'd you say?
Hopefully I'll hit 100 soon because I think I may have told you yesterday I'm going on vacation Thursday. I
think
I'm going to vlog a little bit of it, so maybe I could get a couple subs
nice.
from that.
Huerter fades and he missed the rebound. That's up. And it's a foul against Philly. There's a thing I want more. Avs fan, I think I know what it is, but if it's something to do with... All right, just tell me what it is. I think I know what it has to do with. I like Trey.
I don't think Trent is trapped and takes out because they're typing at the same time.
Yeah, I don't think so. No, but I didn't say Trent. I said Nathan.
Oh.
That the other kid that spams. You know what's funny? He keeps on telling me, oh, the Padres are great. The Padres are great. The Mets have the second best record. Oh.
Isn't he Igor Shesterkin high?
Yeah, but he just did that. I don't remember. He did that. Well, he did Igor Shesterkin, and then Trent made an Igor Shesterkin. So I was like, I gotta know who you are, and so he made high. But he's actually not a Rangers fan. He's a Red Wings fan because his family's from Detroit. Well, not from Detroit, but from Michigan.
Why, if you're a Red Wings fan, why would?
Because he's in San Diego. Because he's in San Diego. He's never. I don't even think he's been to Michigan. He's from his family's from Michigan.
Oh.
So he lives by San Diego. He's a Padres fan. He's a casual Lions fan and a Red Wings fan.
Speaking of the Padres, I kept going up to my dad today, and instead of saying like "Happy Birthday" or "Happy Father's Day," I would say "Happy San Diego Baseball Team" because they're the Padres, and doesn't that mean like dad in another language?
Your dad's a Padres fan?
No, but doesn't Padre mean dad in another language?
Yeah, in Spanish.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, I mean, I should know that. I'm Puerto Rican. But my dad's not Spanish. My dad's not Spanish, so I wouldn't say that to him.
I'm part Dominican.
Oh, nice.
My mom's from the Dominican Republic.
I don't know. I haven't talked to him today, Trent. Trae Young, Hawks by 1. Less than 45 seconds to go. Here's Trae Young. Crossover. Guarded by Embiid. Oh, that went off a Sixer, but he gets it back. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Trae Young tries to drive. Young pass to... Oh, that was bad. He made a pass, and it was hit under the side of the basket with only 1.7 to go on the shot clock, but the Sixers foul. So free throws will be coming for Akawangaku. You're half Italian, yeah. Yeah, I'm Hungarian, Welsh, German, Polish, Spanish, Spain, Puerto Rican, and I think that's it. No, I don't. Giovanni, that's Tommy Bavaro. He's been here a few times, guys. I'm also German. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm also German. Good Giovanni, that's Tommy Bavaro. He's been on this a few times. He's one of my really good friends. He's been on he's on my radio show co-host. Trent just says that to get a rise out of me. $20 seconds to go. Sixers down by 2, and they have the ball. Trying to get a screen at the three-point line. They go to Joel Embiid. 3 seconds to go on the shot clock. Embiid for 3. No. Rebound. Put back. Or no. They're saying no point. They're saying goaltending because the ball was over the post, that the rebound didn't go. What's the call here? Or no. Oh, they say the ball never went in. He missed the dunk. Trae Young for 3 at the buzzer. Off the rim. Wow. Missing a dunk. So the Sixers are trailing at halftime. 48-46 Atlanta. Aiden's asking if you're still here. JC? You there? Oh, I think he said he had to leave for a little bit. I don't know. What, Trent?
Business mobility solutions that are more than just business as usual. A partner with the expertise to help you go the extra mile. For the short term, for the long haul, and everywhere in between. Go with someone who thinks outside the box truck with custom transportation solutions that maximize productivity, reliability, and savings. Go with Enterprise and start driving business.
If you want to be a winner, then get a turkey footlong from Subway. That's oven roasted turkey piled high with crisp veggies on fresh.
We're still first intermission, so I didn't hear. It's back. There are too many bugs? What do you mean?
That's when we find that because real empathy knows no age, no color, no gender. Real empathy says, hey, I feel you. I feel you. I understand. I may not be you. That's what truly matters. All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or other unauthorized use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the National Hockey League is expressly prohibited.
You're back? Okay. I just want to know if you were... when I was doing the call, I missed what you said.
Oh, I said I'll be right back because I had to get one.
Yeah, that was my bad. I kind of missed you while I was doing the thing because it was pretty up-tempo at the end. Did you... if you missed it, because I don't know if you heard it, but if you missed it, the Sixers had the ball. Embiid had to beat the shot clock because there was 3 seconds being shot in game. We're going back to commercial at the end of the second period. And it went off the rim, and then there was nobody for the rebound with the Sixers down by 2. And I don't know who had the ball. One of the guys had the ball. Wasn't Simmons, and was wide open for a hammer dunk and missed the dunk. And the ball went out of bounds, and so the Hawks got the ball, and the Trae Young ended up missing a shot. So the Sixers had like if didn't try to do a flare for the dramatic and just literally just jumped up and put it in, they would have tied the game going into the halftime. So kind of funny how that stuff works.
Okay, so the game's not over. They still
No, it's not over, but it could have been a lot better for the Sixers. It's been an up and down game. This game is going to come down to the final seconds. I don't even want to say minutes. Say seconds.
What game is this?
What game is this?
Yeah, like in the series.
Game 7.
Oh, this is game 7?
Yep, this is game 7. So winner plays Milwaukee in the conference final. This is the final second round game of the season.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I heard you say game winner here.
No, I was talking about game 1 of the conference final, I think. This is game 7.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Time is coming for us to get out and go again. Things that make us feel a little more normal. But we're all built at our own speed. At Enterprise, peace of mind starts our complete clean sledge.
Second period's going to start now. Yeah, I think this NBA game is going to end before this NHL game, which of games starting at the same time is usually never happens for whatever reason.
Peter, what's your favorite set of brothers in the NHL?
It's not ever.
Current.
I was going to say the Twins. Can you give me some more? Because I know some. The Stalls, the Tchucks. What?
The Hughes brothers.
Oh, yeah, that's it. I mean, one's a Canuck and one's a Devil. Come on.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
If Luke Hughes becomes a Red Wing, I'm in heaven. Think about it.
Your top 3 team. Oh my God! Wait, what?
What?
That's your top 3 teams, right?
Yeah, that's why.
A brother on each team.
It would be great. I don't know if that really fits the style, but you know what? Actually, that kind of does. Imagine Luke Hughes and wish you had Red Wing fans in the stream to help me. Moritz Seider, the German kid they drafted together, they fit better to them. The Subans, oh, that's a good one, Aiden. Forgot about that. Malcolm and PK. PK's a Devil. He's going to leave. I know he's going to leave.
Peter, the stream can hear me, right?
Yes. They may not hear you well because I don't have you at full volume, but they can hear you, yes.
Okay, so if they can't hear me well, tell Aiden I lost my championship game we lost by 1 goal.
Just say it again. I have you at full volume now.
We lost our championship game, Aiden, by a goal. 7-6.
7-6? Okay. Here's a chance on Price, and the second period's underway. He said, that stinks. You there?
Yeah.
Suzuki, as the second period is underway, and it stepped off across, and Riley Smith took a hit behind the Montreal net. Here's Smith again. Smith. In these playoffs, the second periods have usually been more active than the first and even third. It's off at the blue line, and bang it in again. Dropped it on out and forced off the Chance Caulfield there and brought out behind the net again. Shot down the line and over to Sherratt, and this is icing against Vegas. Avs fan says his favorite brothers are Svechnikov. A Hurricane and a Red Wing. I like Yevgeny. I don't care about Andre, obviously. I just don't care. He's a Hurricane. What do I care? But I love Yevgeny, obviously. Dino's great.
Nylander brothers, William and Alexander.
William and Alexander what?
Nylander.
Oh, yeah. Where's Alexander Nylander? I forget. He was in Chicago for a little bit. I remember that.
Yeah, I think he's still in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. I have.
Aiden, I'm not saying Mr. Svechnikov because it's going to be bad. Here are the Canadiens in on goal! And Laner makes the save. Just an interjection on this game because I never hear people talk about him enough, even though they talk about him a lot. And the rookie year, like Vegas, I was trying to pick a Vegas Gold Knight that would be my favorite. I'm a really big Tuck guy, Alex Tuck. I really like his stuff. What?
Patch ready for me. You know where he's from?
Patch Ready? Where he's.
Yep.
What do you mean where he's from?
Patch Ready was born?
I thought he was Canadian.
No, Patch Ready was born in Connecticut, in New Canaan.
Oh, you know who I was?
I mean, I don't know.
Oh, I thought I mistook him for somebody. There's another guy. No, I think Scheifele. Scheifele looks and seems like an American, but he's Canadian. There's a few guys like that. Like Price, I for some reason thought he was an American. I don't know. He seems very American-like, but he's from Vancouver. Back out away.
I don't know about in New Jersey, but like where I live, there's no hockey cards. But I found a store that sells them, and I've been collecting.
Yeah, there aren't that many hockey cards. I thought you were going to say hockey players because there's a ton of great hockey players from New Jersey.
We have a couple of good hockey players. Like, well, I mean, not too many, but.
Is Keith Yandel from Connecticut or is that Massachusetts?
Wait, what? You just laughed.
I said, is Keith Yandel from Massachusetts or is that Connecticut?
I think he's from Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
Like Jonathan Fisher's from Connecticut.
Yeah. I think Tim Thomas is from Connecticut too, or somewhere in that area. Or no, he's from New York. No, he's from New York State. He's in New York State. There's a few guys.
My math teacher went to high school with him, but
Jonathan Quick?
Michigan. Yeah, I think he was from Michigan. No.
Tim Thomas?
I don't know. My math teacher has lived in so many places. She lived in like California.
Oh, okay.
She said.
Petrie swept this out. Corey Perry. Perry lost it and shot in by Brown over Carey Price to try to take it out on a long. Yeah, I agree with you, Avs fan. I like most of. I don't like that. I like most players in the National Hockey League. I don't have a problem with a lot of them.
You know who I like, and I think he's a little underrated? Clayton Keller.
Yeah, I mean he's got to get better defensively, but I do like Keller, and I also like his team a lot. Wait, aren't you a Coyotes guy too? You like either the Coyotes or the Panthers a lot. I remember I watched videos. It's the Coyotes. Okay. Back out across to Foley and spun on back. Out again to center and shot in. It was kind of funny where I did a lot of Red Wing games. I did a lot of Wild games. And I did a bunch of quiet scores for Florida and for Arizona. And I had to keep going like, I like these teams, but just not now. You know what I mean? In New Jersey, in high school, high school hockey big? Depending on where, Aiden, depending on where. My high school did not have a huge hockey program, so it wasn't big. But some of the real northern high school prep teams, hockey's huge.
I have an Alexander Nylander card he's on the Blackhawks this year, but I don't know if he got traded.
Yeah.
And I had his rookie card with the Sabres, but my dog ate it.
Backhands out to the right circle, tries to sweep it through on Price. And back out across off the corner and lobbed it on down. Here's the chance in for Montreal. Backhand, pass across. Deneau whacks at it and Laner makes the save. But what was I going to say about for my school, the biggest sport is football, but they weren't really to be excited about it because our football team has had some glory. And I go to a public school, not a prep school, but has had some glory years. But when I've been there, they've been really bad. They were pretty bad. So, actually, we had a new coach, and at the end of when I was there, the football team actually did get pretty good. but it's really been basketball, baseball, and we have like a really, really good lacrosse team. I didn't play any of those sports though. I love hockey, but the sports I played was I played rec basketball. I tried out for the basketball team, never made it. But the sports I did actually play was not play, but I ran track and cross country all 4 years in high school. And we didn't have great years early on, but later on we actually had some pretty good teams. So,
All right.
Petrie, off the boards, out to center. Do you play any sports in like school?
I play hockey, but not like school.
Okay. Oh yeah. Most hockey players I knew that played actually didn't play in school. First, they played in like prep or not prep, whatever. Not club, but you know what I mean. Basically club. Here's a chance in for Vegas off the blue line. Out there for Colasar. Swept out at the line. And back there for Waugh. Out across to the blue line. Back in front. You can resume what you're saying once we get to a stoppage and play. Back through to the blue line, and it's going to be moved out by Corey Perry. He takes a big hit. And there's another good check. No power plays by either team. Perry tries to whack at it. Pacioretty tried to move by and couldn't. And he wants a penalty against Montreal. There is none. Wanted hooking or holding, probably more holding. Mark Stone with a good pass. Tomasz Nosek a shot. And this is deflected into the screen. What were you saying?
Okay, so Aiden's gonna really like me for saying this. I think that Linus Ullmark is a really good goalie and he's underrated because he has a bad.
Yeah, he is. I think for funny thing about Linus, it isn't even the bad team who makes his stock go down so much. Like you could have a bad offense. I think the fact that defense has more holes than 3 layers of Swiss cheese saved by Price in the grocery store is one of the reasons why that defense is terrible.
Except for Dalton.
And Ristolainen, but Ristolainen has a defensive incapabilities, I think, at times. I think Ristolainen's well, you know what? I actually picked Ristolainen, if you remember in the video, actually to go to Seattle. Because I think Seattle, there's going to be more protection than there was with Vegas of good key players. But I think that there's going to be one star defenseman that they will find. And I think Ristolainen will be the guy. And by star, I don't mean like they're not good, that the others aren't good. They are really capable, good defensemen. But like a big name that makes you go, whoa, they got him? And like I think that'll be the guy.
Yeah, because Ristolainen's not like the best player ever, but he's not terrible.
I like his shot. McCabe is good when he's playing, Aiden says.
Wait. Okay, wait. Isn't his name like Jake? Wait,
I don't think it's Jake because I think there was a Sabre that used to have a name like who was Jake? Jake McSomething was a guy that used to play for the bit. Jamie McKee, I think was the guy that I'm thinking of. Anyway, Canadiens in Vegas, 13:24 to go in the second, still no score. It is Jake McCabe because the Sabres used to have a guy that was like Jay McKee. That was their guy. I don't remember he played in the 90s. I know that name because I just have Rick Jenneret yelling in my ear, Jay McKee slams it home, just in my head over and over and over. That's one of those voices that doesn't leave. RJ.
Jake McCabe he's a
No, I know Jake McCabe is. He's a big defenseman. Yeah. I'm just saying that when you said Jake McCabe, RJ screaming Jay McKee in my head was going off. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Yeah. That's earlier. Why is that goal so good? And, I watched a video on that, and one of the funny things that people forget is the fact that the guy that he beats Brad May, who's a grinder. Actually, people forget Brad May actually won a cup in 07 with Anaheim, which is interesting. But he was a grinder that he beats Ray Bork with that peak. That's Ray Bork that he beats. That's a fourth line forward in his second year in the league who beat a 13-year vet at the time. I mean, he'd later play more years, but I think 13 years. I know, it might have been more.
There's a player that I'm thinking of.
He started, when did he start? 77, right? He started 70. When did Ray Bork start? When did he come into the league? It was in late 70s. I know that.
Yeah, probably.
He didn't. I think he played like a year with Orr, which is really weird. But
Oh, wait. There's a player that I'm completely blanking on his name. And he played on Buffalo, the Rangers, and the Islanders. And
yep, I know exactly. Pat LaFontaine. Pat LaFontaine. Pat LaFontaine. Do you know that? Do you know the Rick Jenneret call of that? Do you?
I probably do.
La 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 Fontaine. It's awesome. That guy is like over 80 and still broadcasting. He's amazing. I want to be like him. I want to be still broadcasting when I'm in my 80s.
That's actually sick.
Yeah, it's awesome. He doesn't broadcast every game because he's old, but if he can. In fact, he barely broadcasted any games last year, and here you got COVID and everything, and he's broadcasting more games. I'm like, wow, it's amazing. Petrangelo will shoot this on Price. What?
He's a Buffalo announcer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He announced the Sabres Stanley Cup final in 75 against the Flyers. I know.
I find it funny how Pat LaFontaine played on like only New York teams his whole career. He didn't have to change his license plate once.
79. So that is at that time, Pacioretty will shoot to the outside, tipped off a backhand. Sherratt will sweep this at the corner. So at that time, he was a 14-year vet. Yep, 14-year vet. So Brad May's a fourth-line player in his second year in the league, deking out a defenseman who had won 4 Norrises and had played 14 years in the league. Yeah, that's pretty insane. Whereas teams facing elimination. And the Sabres had come from 2 goals down in the third period. RJ is such a good broadcaster. Yeah, he is. I think 78 or 79. Yeah, it was 79. Or no. Yeah, 79. Who's the worst broadcaster? I really don't want to answer this because I want to be a broadcaster and I don't want to like piss them off. But I don't know. Maybe I'll maybe I don't know. There is really no worst broadcaster because they have jobs that I don't. But there are some I like better. I'll just say that.
Who's your favorite broadcaster?
Ever or in the league right now? Current? Ken Daniels. Not even close. It's not even close. What?
What team is he?
Detroit Red Wings.
Okay. I don't know their names, but like I hear the team, I pretty much know like voice and stuff, you know.
I saw a video today from a hockey YouTuber that once I saw it, I smashed my head on the bed and why didn't I think of this? It's best call by every TV play-by-play announcer current. It was so good.
That's smart. I like
It's
that.
smart. Best ever would be Doc. Doc's my favorite ever. I'm thinking of I don't want people who say like, "Oh, did you do that?" And I'm like, "Why would I replicate somebody else's video?" That's why I don't make like first round videos of like 2017. It's already been made. What's the point? But I'm thinking of doing radio because that I know nobody's going to do that. I'm thinking of doing radio. Radio are tough to find, but I know you can find them if you really dig for them.
Yeah.
Do you think, Aiden? You think I should do radio? I'm thinking of doing it. Problem is, I'm going to go alphabetically, and I already know starting that video, as John Merrill will take it and shoot it out around, is already going to be hard because I don't even know if you can find a radio announcer. Like, I know the announcer. I've listened to his games, but I don't even know if I can find it. I'm going to really have to look for it. Arizona is also going to be a super tough one.
Peter.
Boston, I don't know if I'll be tough. What?
Who's kid Jovan Purewell? Because he joined like the first time I've ever seen him.
Kid Giovanni, who's his team?
No, like who is he? Because I've never seen him before.
Kid Giovanni? On the stream, Kid Giovanni?
Yeah.
He's a random guy from Vancouver.
Oh, he's from Vancouver?
Yeah, he's from Vancouver. He's from he's one of like 3 people I think I've been on the stream that's from Vancouver. Ironically, none of them know each other personally. Yeah, and he's a Canucks fan, obviously.
They were like best friends.
Yeah, I know. But they know the neighborhoods where they're from, but they don't know each other.
Know each other, yeah.
Yeah. And also 2 of them are like your age, and then Josh is like 3 years older than me. So this will be shot in. I think Josh hasn't been here in a long time, but I think he said because he hangs out with his friends, works, and also Trent and Nathan just said stupid stuff the whole time, and he's like, I don't want to deal with it. I'm like, I don't blame you. Back out across.
It's funny when you're in a good mood, but when you're not in a good mood, it just gets on your nerves sometimes. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because there's some other stuff that happened with them that you don't know about that you really don't want to know about that I had to deal with like months ago. Tell me more. I'm not going to tell you here. It's like bad. I'll tell you. I'll tell you like off it. If you want to stick around, I'll tell you off air or like tomorrow or something. It's like bad. Gallagher steps to the outside of the net, and this is gloved down by Lehner. Can you unmod Trent? He's weird. Why do you keep asking that, Avs fan? You know I'm not going to unless he really does bad stuff. And I've unmodded him several times. I keep modding him back. 9:04 to go in the second. No score. Oh, no, I'm going to do that, LOL. I don't have a lot to say. I'm going to do that, LOL. I just saw this, and I got it, and I saw it on YouTube, and I got a video, LOL. I was watching YouTube, LOL. I was like, Aiden, what? He's just typing random things in his computer. He had like 6 LOLs.
I don't know. I literally typed in the chat. Why are you ignoring me? Because I was sending stuff on my JC Hockey Live.
Yeah.
Like I was typing on that, and then like I was like, Aiden, do you see my messages, or is it just like? And then he was like, no, I don't.
Well, when you were DMing me. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Because this is supposed to be a hockey stream or at least a normal stream. Avs fan, this is never a normal stream. You should know that. This is never a normal stream. Avs fan wants this to be like the hockey guy or wall the wall or hot take, which is normal. No, this is never normal. Like people say stupid and weird stuff or, are just talking about other things and they just, boom, kick them off. Because people always say, like, Peter, you're mean. You time us out. I'm like, I am not mean. Like, you look at some of these other Twitch and YouTube streamers. You kidding me?
Exactly.
I have more mods here than those guys will ever have in their lifetime. Will ever allow them to have. Off the wall.
Get used to it.
Yeah. I'm way nicer and more patient than any hockey YouTuber that live streams on the face of the earth. You realize that, right?
Even mods, like if somebody says one thing, bye, you're out of here, bye.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You know why though? Because they get actual money for it. So maybe I have to be mean when I get 1K. Yeah. Pretty much everyone here is a mod. Well, not everybody, but it's regulars. It's because you guys are good, and also I trust you guys. The problem is that there's a few people that are good, but will just start unmodding people. Like if I unmodded you, Trent would just time you all out. And it's like, well, why don't you unmod Trent? Because he's not all bad. And then he'll just start bombarding me with DMs. Can you mod me, please? I'm going to make all... Oh, that's the other thing. You guys see when he gets unmodded that he just sends out like 500 alternate accounts? Stone by, and a save made by Price. You've seen that, right?
Yeah.
I want this to be a fun stream, but I want us to chat normally. When Trent's here, nothing is normal.
Wait, Peter, can the whole stream hear me right now or no?
Yes.
Turn that off for 1 second. Just for 1 second.
Turn what off?
Like the speaker.
Give me a second. Offside, guys. What? Tell me. Is it NSFW? I think it wouldn't be anyone else. Shot on the way and a save by Carey Price. You've seen his TikToks, right? Somebody said, "How are you not canceled already?" on like one of his. It's funny. Can I put you on speaker again? All right. Guys, we're going to be canceled by Avspan because I said TikTok. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah. Abstin hates TikTok for some weird reason.
No, well, it's annoying and it's stupid. I agree, but I don't hate it. Also, I forgot to tell you guys, we have got an epic in the city of brotherly love. I think it was 60-60 last time I checked. Perry gets it. Out behind the net. Look for Amia. Perry! Chance on net. Couldn't get it over by... Did you see what Trent said in the stream? JC, you there? You there? All right, whatever. Back out across Pietrangelo on the backhand. Tries to send it off to center ice. And tipped off of Petrie. And back out away. And sent it out at the circle. Petrie again. Drop it through. Chipped in. What's up?
I don't want to spoil anything for you. And nobody scored.
Fleury gets it out. Oh, and all the way back down. And this is not icing. The Canadiens to move it. Sherratt sends. Almost intercepted. But back to center. And it's brought out by John Merrill. Backhand through. And out across McNabb. A chance on goal. The rebound, and it's poked away. And the Knights will flicker this off the glass and backhand it in. The Canadiens just lost a chance. But now they'll shoot it back in. And the Knights, Shea Theodore, step from Kotkaniemi and back down. Price to Merrill. Merrill, a pass at the line, and just too far. Lehner tries to glove it down and hold as Anderson and Theodore are going gloves, hair flying, everything.
Peter, right now I'm wearing my 2013 Red Sox World Champions hat.
Kimball would be proud. My friend that, that's on the radio show. It was funny on the radio show. I'll give you just a quick little hint, not a quick little hint, but a quick sneak peek. You'll hear it tomorrow. But Tommy tried to blame, tried to say that the series in the Montreal Vegas series is going to be decided by the refs. And Campbell, we just attacked them. We're like, are you kidding me? Yeah, the refs were bad, but the referees don't decide the games. No, we were like, Tommy's like, oh, I'm sorry. It was great.
And Canadiens are up 2-1.
Yeah. About 2 months ago, one guy kept DMing me at like 2 a.m. spamming, can you please ask Peter to mod me? I'm a good guy. It's just words and Peter is mean. I don't know if that's Nathan or Trent. No, you know what? That wasn't Nathan or Trent. I think that was the NBA fan. Remember that, idiot? Backhanded over Theodore. Theodore to Carlson. Carlson up the center. And back, what wasn't Nathan Trent? That was, what's his name? Back up in front, Riley Smith, and lost. And out to center. Wait, somebody did score. You're right? It's true they did score? Caulfield, Toffoli. Did somebody score?
I don't think so.
Why do you keep telling me that then? Over
I
for
looked away for a second.
Suzuki in the backhand. Stepped it. Chance in for Petrie, and it's tipped out of play. 5:50 to go in the second period. Still no score. We go to commercial.
Wait, are you talking about what I said?
Yeah, I thought so, Avs fan.
Oh, wait, Peter, are you talking about when I said, like, something happened, but I don't want to spoil it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was because, there was, like, a little scramble behind that.
You can spoil that there were growing each other. I don't care. Oh, that verbiage wasn't good because now something weird is going to come from Trent in a few minutes. As I said, guys grabbing each other.
Why would you have to remind him? Maybe
I can just time him out.
Oh, that is true.
Aiden just said LOL.
Mm-hmm.
Is my hair always messy? I got a haircut like a week ago. My hair's messy. Oh, that was great. I went into the hair. I went into the hair cutting. I went into the hair cutting place, and like they had like 4 TV, and it was like Euro 2020, and every single one of them was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Peter, us mods, we have power, but then you have like the ultimate power.
I know. I am inevitable. If you're watching the stream, I'm doing the Thanos. Those movies were great. Did you see those first two? The first two movies, Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Oh, you haven't? I will not. Trent, you're getting timed out, and you're losing your mod if you spoil.
Okay, I'm just gonna close out the chat. Don't say anything.
Okay. Then you won't be muted. I'm not gonna say anything. That's the second one you haven't seen, right?
Yeah, Endgame.
It's fantastic. It's so awesome.
It's so much better too.
It's. I know the first one. I like the first one too, actually, a lot. The second one is really good.
Yeah, it was cool.
Also, if do you have Disney Plus?
Nope.
If you get Disney Plus and want to watch Marvel stuff, don't watch any of the Marvel stuff without watching Endgame, because Endgame kind of leads up to the new shows with the superhero stuff.
Okay, I've never seen the Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
You've never seen that movie?
Oh, I'm asking if you have.
Yeah, I've seen it like a few times.
I love that movie.
The movie's good.
It's such a good movie.
It's funny. It's funny.
It's in my top 10. It's in my top 10.
Have you seen Breakfast Club?
No, I really want to watch that.
It's okay. I didn't like it that much.
It was just a hit.
80s movies are for the most part very good.
Wait, Peter, there was just a hit from behind.
We've got Shea Weber going with Holden, I believe. No, Tomasz Nosek. And now he wants to fight with Brendan Gallagher. The Euros are pretty fun so far, especially the Portugal. I didn't actually see that game. I don't know. I was doing something.
Peter, am I okay to open the chat, or are they spoiling the movie?
They're not spoiling the movie.
Okay.
Oh, I was laughing at what you said, Avs fan, with we can mute the alt accounts a lot faster than the idiots can make them. Because I said that one time when Trent and Nathan were making alternate accounts, and I was like, because they would make alternate accounts. Now, it takes you...
Yeah, I just...
you have to care to make alternate accounts, which is stupid anyway. If you care to make them, it's gonna take you about 30 to 45 minutes. Whoever's in the box to make 10 alternate accounts. It takes me 45 seconds to delete every single one of those accounts. Not delete them, but mute them and hide them so you can never come onto the channel again unless I let you. It's far easier for me to control your alternate accounts than you to make them.
That's why there's no point in making
He's not here anyways. But you can't say, oh, Nathan's not here. You've made them too, Trent. That's why what?
Wait, Peter, can you see who's watching or no?
Can I see who's watching? No.
Yeah. Okay. So
No. I think I probably could if I installed some sort of spyware. Stone back across in Vegas 4-on-4. This tapped on high. Rebound up loose. The 4-on-4 still going for Montreal and Vegas. I think if I could put like spyware on it or something, or really like try, like if I really wanted to, I think I could figure out who's watching. Although it'd be hard to do, but I don't care. Crowd wanted a penalty against Stone, but question: did the guys call penalties? The referees call penalties in Montreal against the Golden Knights? No,
You don't care who's watching?
not really. Tuck shoots, saved by Price. And that out across. Why would you care? No, doesn't matter. Wow, back out at the blue line. Shot in Riley Smith, trying to find Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo up the middle. This comes across, and the Canadiens will clear. And a chance for Montreal, but Fleury gets it and steers it out. Back to Long. I don't know who that is, Aiden. Back tipped off of Price.
Montreal just got another penalty.
And a penalty coming against Montreal for whatever reason. This will be a 4-on-3 if the Canadiens touch the puck. Marchessault back on back at Marchessault at the blue line. Shot wide and tipped, and 2 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. The Canadiens will touch. So a 4-on-3 power play for 2 seconds, and then a 5-on-4 for a minute 58.
Peter, I don't know anything because right now nothing's happened, but I think Vegas is going to score here. If they do, I'm going to be pissed. Nothing's happened yet.
It would make sense for them to score here.
Yeah.
And I think if you're Montreal, you want to watch number 7 in white and gold. That's Alexander Pietrangelo. And there are the Montreal fans going, how is this a penalty?
I can't even believe you went to Vegas. I'm kind of mad about that.
Who is the other team he wanted to go to? Is it Colorado?
I'm not sure.
Is it Boston?
You probably know why I don't like Pietrangelo.
It's St. Louis. And he scored the game-winning goal to win the cup. Yeah, but that was 63's fault for Boston. Why does he go off in that shift? Why? 7 seconds to go in the period. Why does he leave?
Yeah, that's what me and my dad were doing.
Pietrangelo, left circle. Stoppage. We're gonna talk more about Marchand's stupid play in the final after a stop. Marchessault back in front, pass across, right circle, and lost. And the Canadiens try to steer it out. They can't. Carlson, good hit. Good positioning. This is not a penalty against Vegas, but the Canadiens clear. Lekkonen's going for a change. Vegas will bring it up. And this is an offside with 2:41 to go in the second period, a minute 25 left in the Vegas man advantage. Good play by our Terry Lekkonen. So no reason for him to leave the ice at that point, right? What do you think he did?
He was probably like, oh, here's my theory. He was probably just like, oh, there's 7 seconds left. What could happen?
What a move by – I mean, Pietrangelo's backhand was really good, but what a move by him, too. He made that move around. You know, it was really good.
Whoa, Vegas just used their timeout.
I don't really like Boston or no, I mean, I like Boston. I don't really care about Montreal or St. Louis, but I rooted for the Blues. I'm sorry, but I rooted for the Blues just because I felt like if the Blues lost Game 7, they weren't going to have a chance for a cup for a lot more years. So it's kind of like I want St. Louis to win because I feel like their window was there, but I didn't really care who won the cup.
Yeah, I still get nightmares from that. Still haunts me.
Well,
just like 2012.
Yeah, okay. Well, I know you get nightmares, and I know you weren't around for them, but Kid Giovanni, Josh, and I all have nightmares of your team winning the cup. So don't feel bad. Do not feel bad. Could be worse. But I get it. You weren't alive then,
I
so
don't
you,
remember.
Right.
They win.
right. But you know what I always tell people? What? And yes, here's the timeout because I was behind you. But here's the time. You know what was also really weird for me is it's spooky if you think of my team. Second favorite team in the Cup final in 2011. They're in control, or at least they have an opportunity to get control. And Aaron Rome illegal hit, changes the series. What happens the next series? The next year? Steve Bernier hit on Rob Scadetti. Get that bogus penalty. The Kings get to score 4 goals in 5 minutes.
Peter, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. Okay.
I'm not talking about the Aaron Rome penalty.
No, not about something just happened. I'm listening.
Up the middle, Carlson. Back out across. And they already said on the chat, so I know what happens. Back out, a shot, Price, save, and it's out at the blue line. It's stepped across for Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo lines it. Marchessault, shot, wide. Stone, Marchessault couldn't get it, and it's tapped out in the right circle. Held on back, 1:30 to go in the second. 90 seconds left, it's tapped across. Marchessault lost the puck, and a chance down and cleared for Fleury to handle. Fleury to Alex Pietrangelo, and Danault goes to the bench. He was dead tired. It's back out through. Knights backhand this, and the penalty is over. Stuff play by Carey Price, and back out across it is a chance hit. Paul Byron. Byron with it. Holds. Suzuki! 1-0. Le Canadien de Montreal.
This is huge. Going in.
What a goal by Paul Byron with 65 seconds to go in the period. And look at Peter DeBoer, the former New Jersey head coach. Can't believe it. 1-0 Montreal.
Peter, this is huge.
Abs fan, you're absolutely incorrect. Canucks should have won the cup.
Okay, yeah. Should have won cup that year, so we should have beat.
But this is huge about Montreal. I'm sorry. This is huge about Montreal. What about it?
This is huge for Montreal because going into the third with a 1-goal lead.
Guys, this goes off of Robin Lehner, this puck. And it is 1-0 Paul Byron. If Price, I said this on the radio show, you'll hear it tomorrow. If Price did not carry this team, no, they wouldn't be in this position. But let's say they got in this position and Price didn't carry them, and the Canadiens win the cup without Price being dominant. Byron would win the Conn Smythe. He's been so good. He's been so good with everything, defensively, offensively, everything he did. He put this team in the position. Remember the shorthanded goal against Toronto in Game 1?
Mm-hmm.
Canadian fans want a penalty. I think we're getting a penalty against Vegas finally. No, Montreal penalty.
Peter, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. No, penalty on Vegas, and this is huge for Montreal. Going
Skate
into the
to
third
stick.
period with a power play and a 1-goal lead. This
Guys, where is Shea Theodore? What is he doing? What is he doing? And there's Byron's family, but what is he doing? Because he's sitting at the corner. He gets beat here. Look at the guys at front of the net. Curtis Brown, he's retired. Brown for Vegas and Alec Martinez. So there is finally a power play for Montreal. So incredible stuff there for the Canadiens. It's an interference call. I think big goal. Here's a Suzuki shot, and Lehner makes the save there. Back out, 9 seconds to go in the period. The place is buzzing here. 2 seconds left. Canadiens have it. There's a scuffle at the net. Oh, they're going to stop playing. With 2.8 to go in the second in front of the Vegas net. 1:42 to go in the power play. One more face-off, and we'll head to the third.
Peter, do you agree with what I said earlier?
About this is a huge goal for Montreal.
No, about how maybe Vancouver should have won the cup in 2011, but Boston should have won the cup in 2019.
No, I don't. I will say this. Boston should have won the cup in 2013. I'll give you that one. I will give you that one. I love the Blackhawks. I don't like the Blackhawks, but I love that team, and I think they really came back and did a lot of great things. But that Bruin team, I rooted for them hard. I loved that. That was probably that's definitely my favorite Bruin team of all time. And the faceoffs dropped into the second, 1-0 Montreal. Byron the goal with 65 seconds left in the second. They are firing at all cylinders, and Vegas got to feel what is happening.
Oh, shoot.
Miracles happen. Montreal got a power play. Yeah, it's true. What happened? All right, NBA time, guys.
Peter, I left by my sec.
What?
I just left by accident.
In business,
That's fine.
growth isn't just about getting bigger.
You know who the GOAT is? Trent Frederick.
Turning workforce data into
Why do all the Bruin fans like Trent Frederick so much? We had a. Oh, did you listen to our? Did you listen to our radio show last week?
accurate payroll easier, even when the work it's paying for isn't easy.
No, I'm asking you. Did you listen to our radio show last week?
No.
Oh, you would have loved it. We had some. There was some girl that Campbell knows that works for the, works for one of the, newspaper. Is a newspaper or a blog, in Connecticut, and the girl's from Connecticut. Is a Bruins fan, and we were talking Bruins a lot. It was fantastic. We were talking about Bruins the whole time and the Islanders. It was great. It's funny. I didn't. I actually forgot to, but I was going to say we were talking about Frederick and Rask, and I was going to say I have a friend in Connecticut like the Bruins. We got to do the argument about who's more important, Rask or Krejci. You're a Krejci guy, right? You would sign Krejci over Rask?
Yeah.
Everyone else said Rask.
Really?
This girl is like, Rask's the best. Rask the best goalie in franchise history. We got to keep Tuukka Rask. Why do people not want Rask?
Listen, Tuukka's good, but in my opinion, he's kind of, I don't want to say it like this because I love Tuukka, but he can't win the big games.
They don't agree with that. They said that it's not just him; it's a whole team effort, that whole thing. But I think Rask is a great goalie. But I think Rask is a good goalie. But I think Rask is a good goalie. But in my appearance, like, I always feel like some Bruin fans who love Rask kind of make it to be that Rask is a generational goaltender. I don't think he is. I don't know if the Bruins have ever. I don't think the Bruins have ever have had a generational goaltender since the original Six era. They've had elite goaltenders, but I don't think they've had a generational goaltender. Krejci is a generational player. No, both are. And
Peter, I have to go brush my teeth.
thank you for letting me know. Okay, but we'll continue. All right, NBA. 76-73. Hawks with the lead. They've got the ball. Danilo Gallinari. Get it off to Herter. Herter drives. Herter spins. Herter in and out. And tapped off and brought in for Philly. For three. Off the rim. Rebounded up high and missed the rebound, so the Hawks will get it. Back out to the corner. In and out. And Embiid rebounds. Joel Embiid to Ben Simmons. Simmons drives. Simmons back to Embiid. Wide open for three. He scores! Philadelphia has tied Game 7. Timeout, Hawks. 10:37 to go in Game 7. The 76ers have tied it up thanks to their franchise player, Joel Embiid.
good feeling entering this game right away. Yeah, scrappy Canadians left in. You see him turn that puck over with him, and he wins a loose puck battle against two biggest goal players. Jim Vegas, that can't happen. And shots start getting to him. You get through, Carey Price falls from that bit. This is 10 seconds after that penalty expired. Now batter off the races. Montreal Canadiens have been outstanding on the penalty kill this postseason. They scored a ton of shorthanded goals. When you kill penalties, it breathes life into the building, breathes life into your bench. That's what Montreal was able to do after that poor base for the next power play.
Arturi Lehkonen, Paulie Byron, these guys live to kill penalties. They get to get on the ice, skate fast, get their speed up, get on the forecheck, break up plays. They take real pride in killing penalties. Got some wind in the sails of the Montreal Canadiens, that big goal.
Yeah, it needs to be a record-setting.
All right, we're in intermission in Montreal. We're in commercial in this basketball game.
So if you can't count on your guys scoring goals with the man advantage, you also look at the top line. But of course, injuries have altered things for Vegas. That's a tinker with that top line. You patch already in goals per game. Dip all three of that top line in there intact. And you go game 7, the entire Colorado series game home against Montreal, up to 3 points up 5. And now without Stevenson, the effect is there. Do you have a combo that you feel like you can lean on?
I want to see more from Mark Stone and Max Pacioretty, that's for sure. I know we're asking a lot about it's tough to go up from the bottom 6 role where he's comfortable and does really well, playing against different matchups to go on that top line answer. But as you know, as well as anybody, it's a different league when you're on the first line and you're getting top checking assignments when you're playing down the bottom 6. It's a whole other level.
It really is. I want to see William Karlsson get things going. Nick Suzuki's outplayed him so far in this series. I want to see Karlsson take that competition head to head and try to see if he can win that battle against Montreal Canadiens second line.
Canadiens up 1-0. They're 6-0 this postseason with leading after 2 periods. That's what's going on here in the other semifinal. We know this much last night was not the last Islanders game at the Coliseum. The Isles, they edged the chance. They tied up the series. It's 2-2. We're going to look ahead to Game 5 from Tampa after this.
Hi, I'm just looking at my account and I've got all this extra cash back. Yep, that's your cashback match. Only Discover will automatically match all the cash back new card members earn at the end of their first year. You matched everything I earned this year? Yeah. Woo! More money, more money! Ah, all very exciting. I will spread the news. Spread it wide. It's cashback match, people! You know that. You all work here.
New card members get a dollar for dollar match at the end of their first year, only from Discover.
Take a look in Philadelphia right now. Doc Rivers talking to his team. The Atlanta coaching staff, Philadelphia coaching staff talking about being tighter on defense. Atlanta coaching staff talking about driving. And we've got a foul against the 76ers on Herter. No one's in the bonus yet. 10:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Winner takes on the Bucks. Western Conference Final has already been underway in a seesaw game that was eventually dominated by the youngster Booker. Phoenix leads the series 1-0, and that was Herter who missed the first free throw. Remember, the Clippers, who were down 1-0 in the series, lost the first 2 games and then proceeded to win 4 straight, including one on the road and against the best team in basketball in Utah, as Herter makes the second free throw. It just bounced in, so Hawks by 1. Embiid gets the ball in the low post. Embiid at the free throw line. Fade away for Embiid. He scores! Joel Embiid. Sixers up 78-77. Trae Young dishes it out.
Guess who's back?
Back again. JC's back. Tell your friends. Here's a chance in. Breakaway for the 76ers. Dunked home. Wait, they might not count it. They might say that he was fouled before. He was fouled before, so the dunk doesn't count, but the Sixers still have the ball. Trae Young, another foul on Trae Young. If they can foul out Trae Young, the 76ers have a really good chance here. Doc Rivers is upset because he felt that it was a clear lane, so his player should have been rewarded the basket. or something. They're going to look. The referees are going to take a look right now to review the play. I don't know what they're reviewing. Oh, and that foul would have been on Herter, not Trae Young. So Trae Young was kind of acting as a captain. That's a clear grab on the arm. Now, I think what Doc Rivers is trying to say is that Herter's beat, he knows that the only way is to grab. So I guess he's going to say that could be a technical foul. Because it's not just a shooting foul, it's a technical foul or a grab. What were you going to say, JC? JC, what were you going to say? You there? Oh, okay. You watching the basketball game in the intermission or no?
No.
It's on TNT if you want to watch it. Hey, Alexis, what's up? Your Montreal Canadiens are world beaters right now. Oh, they couldn't make the basket, so now they are reeling a bit, Philadelphia. Trae Young with it. Young, crossover. Young, drive, blocked. 3-on-2 for Philly. Simmons, the pass, floater up, and not gone. The rebound is taken by Gallinari. 9:15 to go in the fourth. Hawks have the ball. Trae Young. Trae Young's got it. Pivot foot to Herter. Herter. Crossover by the Wells Fargo logo. Herter. Deep two. Off the rim. Rebounded by Atlanta, but I think they're calling a foul against Philadelphia. I'm not sure. They separate Simmons. We're going to go to the Cup final. I can't believe it. Well, you still have got to win a game after this, and the Red Wings were up 3-1 over Chicago, and the Hawks came back all the way. So this could happen. Herter at the three-point line, contested. It's up, and it's rebounded back by the Sixers. Again, JC, if you want to interrupt me while I'm broadcasting, you can do that, okay? Embiid bodies a Hawk, and it's Atlanta ball. A charge against Joel Embiid. Not a blocking foul against Capella. Hawks with it. Trae Young. Young. Pass to Gallinari. In and out. In the fourth quarter, all 7 shots from the field have been missed by the Hawks. It's brought in off the glass and out for every chance. Guys who were here to watch my college basketball broadcast, this feels like Michigan UCLA. Remember, missing chances, although being given chances because of good defense and bad luck to the other team. Trae Young for 3 off the rim, rebounded up, but then lost by the Sixers. And a good stretch pass out. Dropped to the three-point line. Faked. Up the middle. Floater. Airballed. Rebound. Score! And 1. Sixers are getting free throws. They're up by 2. 7:46 to go in the fourth. And Trae Young is starting to get angry. He's yelling at Ben Simmons. He's tangled up with the referee. Yeah, that. But remember how Michigan was missing their free throws and getting so many chances to win it before, the multiple chances at the where they missed at the buzzer. They had really good chances to win, but they weren't able to because they didn't convert. That's what this looked like, but then just an easy layup finally banked through. A free throw to put the Sixers up by 3. He got it. Where am I now? Well, I'm in New Jersey, but I'm streaming the basketball game because this game is in commercial, but they're going to come back soon. Trae Young, and I think he was fouled. 81-77 Philadelphia. What?
Tio's pissed because he's a Hawks fan.
Teo's a Hawks fan. Ask Teo why he likes weird teams.
He said that's just because what he likes.
Is he like a Seahawks team? Is he a Seahawks fan?
I'm not sure.
He better be. Blackhawks, Seahawks, Hawks. You get it?
Yep, I get it.
Trae Young, free throw line, floater off the rim. Oh, and that didn't go in. Great rebounding by Philadelphia. 3-point. In and out. Then rebounded by Huerter. Huerter's got it. Montreal Islanders in the Cup Finals. I'd love to see it. It could happen. Gallinari scores. And the Hawks are within one. The former Denver Nugget hits a great three-pointer from the corner. Ben Simmons dropped it off to Seth Curry. Curry to Embiid. Joel Embiid looks for Curry. Embiid back to Curry. Curry for three. Bang! Philadelphia up by 4 in Game 7. He just got bumped by Capella. Philadelphia fans want to foul against the former Rocket. They won't get any. Trae Young fakes. Trae Young shoots and scores. Simmons will bring it up. 84-82. 76ers. Ben Simmons. It looks like it, but not too sure. Seth Curry to Embiid. In and out. Rebounded by Collins over to Trae Young. Trae Young. Pressured. Their defense is much tighter and stingier. This is a hobbling pass that Huerter almost didn't collect, and it would have been out of bounds, but he gets it. And he fakes a three-pointer. And he goes up, and Huerter shoots and scores. Huerter. Hawks tie it. No, because I'm not really rooting for either team. And there'll be a timeout by Philadelphia. 5:49 to go in the fourth quarter in Game 7. 84 Atlanta, 84 Philadelphia. Oh, man, that game, JC, that game's awesome. I think we're going to know the result before the hockey game's over, though. All right? Wait, is school over? Is school over for you? JC, is school over for you?
Oh, yeah. This is actually the first night that I can.
So you can stay up for the whole stream?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
And this is the first time that I can actually sleep in this summer because I had early games Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, I can sleep in tomorrow, too, because I have school, but I don't. Well, I'm actually not going to sleep in because I don't. You're not in college, but in college, they have things called office hours. Times you can meet the professor. My professor meets at 10 on Zoom. So I have school, but that's why I'm not going to stream this week. Well, actually, 2 reasons. My grandparents who live in Virginia are coming over, and I have school. So I'm not going to stream until Friday if we have, or Thursday night if we have a game. Would that be Game 6 between Montreal and Vegas, right? Yeah. Game 6 and then Game 7s if we get them. Back out, still short-handed. Here on the power play for Montreal. Intercepted. Pietrangelo to the goal. And Price made a save with the blocker. School was over a month ago. Yeah, I know. Me too, Avs fan. For me, school was over as well.
Why is Alexis' school so late? Mine was kind of late. We had to add an extra 2 days because we missed 2 days.
Why is my school late?
No.
Because I was going to say, this is summer school, remember.
But like the 22nd?
Yeah, but my school was my school ended. I got out of college at around May 17th, and my classes ended on May 14th. Yeah, I was out super early. Like let me explain. Let me tell you something. I finished my last class during I finished my last class even though I didn't really go to it. My last class was during Game 4 of the Bruins Washington series. That was my last class. The day of the Bruins Washington series. That's what? Yeah, me too, Avs fan. Me too, Avs fan. Avs fan, remind me again where you're going. Where are you going to school? Is it Denver University? I think you said that, right? No, Avs fan. I don't know. It could be Colorado. I don't know. They have a really good hockey team. I don't know if you know that. Yeah. Okay. What were you saying?
The reason I was so sad when my Bruins lost was because this was literally after every Capitals game and the games we won against the Islanders. Oh, you guys are gonna win the cup this year. You're gonna make it to the cup. Oh, you're gonna win the cup.
T.O.
Teo.
Who's T.O.?
Teo.
Oh, Teo. Teo is Terrell Owens. Oh, did you see that video on Sportsnet of Terrell Owens playing hockey with Ryan Kessler? That's funny. Oh, wow, that's funny. It's Kessler. That weird guy with the cowboy hat that's on all those Xbox NHL promos. You know that guy?
No, I don't think so.
And if you see him, you know him. Terrell Owens and Chad Ochocinco. They also have a really good lacrosse team, Avs fan, for Denver University. We have an okay lacrosse team, and we also are D3, so it doesn't matter. My boy Campbell always talked about his knows the lacrosse really well. I don't even know all the rules for lacrosse, frankly. What a shot by Pietrangelo, guys, and great save by Carey Price.
Yeah, I was just about to say Pietrangelo has a ripper. He can shoot the puck.
Alexis, I saw a rumor that Graham from the Eagles is going to go to the Titans. The Eagles going to win. Sorry, Alexis. Does he not understand the Eagles are not good? Then again, your team isn't good either. Although I think your team's actually going to be quite decent this year. Jets, right, JC?
Yeah.
I don't care about lacrosse. I like lacrosse. I don't like major lacrosse. I like college lacrosse. I like Syracuse. That's my team. No check against Petrie.
Man, this is a good game.
This game? I love hockey. And obviously this is the game I'm more interested in. But I can understand how nearly everyone in this area that is paying way more attention to the Philadelphia game. I can understand that. That game is insane.
Not only that, the two teams playing right now are Vegas and Montreal.
Right.
So for in your area.
Yeah. And Philadelphia is more close to my area than there's a chance on Price than
I'm not even I'm not a big fan of watching any other sports besides hockey and boxing.
Right. But that's the good thing though about New Jersey especially. I mean, people have done it forever, but about New Jersey is one of the two states in the United States. I think two, it might be three now, where you can legally sports bet.
Really?
Yeah. The other is Nevada because, Vegas. I don't sports bet. It's not that I'm not. It's not like, oh, do I get in trouble? I'm 18. I'm over 18, so I can sports bet. I just don't want to because it's just too risky for me, and I don't want to lose a bunch of money.
Yeah.
I know a friend of mine who did every day. He would bet he would get a salary, and he'd bet some of his salary on a 12-team parlay. Do you understand how betting works or no for sports betting?
Not really.
Okay, so sports betting, there's a shop by Anderson on the outside of the net. Sports betting basically works you can do two things. You can do either the line, which basically means that teams are usually, you can do a bunch of things. You could say, the Montreal Vegas game is going to score 3 goals. So it's going to be 2-1 Montreal.
Okay.
Or you could bet even how many goals scored. They do over under with football all the time. You could say there are going to be 50 points scored in Bills Jets or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I know you're a Jets fan, but there's a lot of different things you do. Now, the main things you do is under. So basically, what over under means is I'm going to do football because football is more sense to compare than hockey. It's just easier to compare. So let's say the Jets are playing the Chiefs, okay? So the Jets are the over, meaning the Jets the Jets will say over 10, which means that the Jets will be up 10-0 before the game even starts, and the Chiefs would still beat them by 10. So that's if you pick the under, as this shot goes to the outside and over laner. That's the whole idea of the over and the under. But you could so if you pick the under on that, which is favored, the Chiefs would win, but if you do over under, the Chiefs would have to win by more than 10. So if you pick the over, that means the Jets would win, or the game could be tied, or the Chiefs could win. Like if the Chiefs win 33-30, but you pick the Jets to win on the over, you still win money because you understand it's like amount of points. Or you could pick money line, which is straight who you think is going to win the game. Yeah, a lot. So basically, a 12-team parlay kind of works with the kind of point where you're picking 12 different teams to win. Usually it's money line, so it's just 12 different teams to win. So he'd pick like 4 teams in hockey, 4 teams in the NBA, 3 teams in football, and 1 team in baseball. I know that wasn't 12, but I was trying to do math. And I'm like, it's easier to lose that way, right? So that's I don't bet for that reason. I'm afraid of losing money. The house always wins. I know people who bet, but I don't.
Yeah.
But that's kind of why sports is even more watched and more hockey is watched, and people will just watch it. Sometimes they don't care for the sport, but they'll be like, I want to bet on this game. Let's see the over under, and they like really 1350, because there are fans people that will go nuts if the Canadiens score a 2-0 lead that don't care about Montreal, but go, I won $700. Like,
Yeah.
All right, I've been in the airport yesterday. Everyone was watching the Nets game. I had a layover in JFK, so we were Nets fans, of course, and I was the only one to watch the second period of Tampa versus Islanders. Well, yeah, New York City was popping off for playoffs last night. It's great.
Peter.
What?
So, with like baseball, basketball, football, and hockey, I have my favorite team and my second favorite team. So, like hockey, the Bruins and the Avalanche. Football is the Jets and the Chiefs, and then basketball is the Celtics and the Suns, and then baseball is the Red Sox and the Cubs.
The only one that I remotely is the Suns. They're my third favorite team. But everybody else, I hate the Chiefs. I've never liked the Chiefs, and my dad's a diehard Raiders fan, so I hate the Chiefs. What's your second favorite? Your second favorite NHL team is the Avalanche. I like their players. I respect Avs fan. I respect all the. There's another guy, William Miller, who's an Avalanche fan, who's been on the stream. I respect the Avalanche, but I do not like them. There's a poster, Go Dads Go instead of Go Habs Go, since it's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all of you who I didn't DM on Discord. And then what was the other team you said for baseball? What was your second favorite?
Red Sox and the Cubs.
I don't care about the Cubs. I don't care about them. I don't care. So that's good defensive work by Stoll. They show, and Wally never was able to get the puck back.
Did you see what Watt did? He fanned on a shot and he fell into the corner.
Yeah, I just saw that. That's what stalled the defensive work. I was watching the replay.
Yeah.
You know what? He hasn't been comfortable, and the Vegas Golden Knights defense hasn't been comfortable, but Lehner has not had a bad game.
Peter, what time are you at right now?
What time am I at on the game? 13:50.
I'm at 13:30.
It's not terrible.
Only 20 seconds. That's not terrible.
Petrangelo shot in. And I told you guys the reason why I don't stream outside. The Stanley Cup final, I think I'm going to, though. I'm pretty sure I'm going to stream outside if I can. every game because it's the final. I don't want to be behind in the final. I don't know if every game I'll stream on time. A game where the cup can be risen, no doubt. Because I'm going to stream the cup final, but I'm also going to stream Conn Smythe and the cup being in and given and all that. Should also stream the NBA Finals too. I don't know when that'll begin. I'm thinking the Stanley Cup Final. I think there's going to be. I think there will be some moments in early July, but the NBA Finals is going to be like in mid-July. I think.
Peter, when you're not streaming,
I hate everything that could possibly be hated on the Chiefs. Well, that's because you're a Broncos fan, Avs fan. You have to hate them. What were you saying?
Like during the summer when you're not streaming anything, do you want to just like go on the general voice channel?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I'll be working, but there are times I'll stream. I might stream a Mets game that now and then, but I'm kind of going to save my baseball streaming for the playoffs. Here's a chance. Caulfield in a break. Holds. Save later. And the puck comes out behind for Theodore. What a save by Lehner on Cole Caulfield. And I got to ask, how is Caulfield that wide open?
You mean small field?
He's small, but he's quick. Wisconsin native, United States prodigy. Shot in and what?
He's from Wisconsin.
I don't know if he's from Wisconsin. I meant Wisconsin like college. I don't think he's from Wisconsin. Actually, he might be. Isn't he from Madison?
He's from the U.S. though, right?
Yes, absolutely. I know that for a fact.
He played with Zegers. I've been a Zegers fan since day one. Ever since when he was.
But I'm a Raquel guy, so I like Anaheim for that. Ricard Raquel.
I'm not a big fan of
He is from Wisconsin, Stevens Point, Wisconsin. Why? Why don't you like them? Why don't you like him? He's good.
It's not that I don't like Anaheim. I just don't care about them.
Yeah, I don't care about the Ducks either, but I like Raquel.
Yeah, I like the Zegers, and I like. He doesn't play that anymore.
I'm not a Zegers guy. It's not that I don't like him. It's just I don't know. I like. It's also because I know so many people who absolutely love Zegers, and I'm like, I don't care about him.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. I've been there. I guess you can say I've been there since day one. I've been like a fan of him since he was in BU.
That's why. Did I tell you my college hockey team as Armia switches this from behind the net? Did I tell you my college hockey team or no?
No, you didn't.
Harvard.
No.
Yeah, Harvard's my team.
Oh yeah, you told me that before. Yeah.
I've always liked Harvard. Yeah, I've actually been to the Harvard campus. It's so nice. You know Harvard by their science, like by the School of Science, where there's people they're right by where you can learn. They have a literal like science, like animal, dinosaur stuff. They have a museum right outside of their science hall. Isn't that insane? Isn't that insane?
I go to a lot of Quinnipiac games.
I think Montclair State plays the Quinnipiac, not the hockey team, because we have a club team. It's competitive, but it's still a club team. But I think like the club Quinnipiac team, I think we play. Montclair's okay.
Peter, where your past, your recent resub thumbnails, like for the live streams, where have they been with like all those notebooks behind you?
What? With all the what?
With all like those notebooks behind you?
What notebooks?
Your thumbnails.
Oh! That's my sister's room that I feel I put it in because I was there. My sister doesn't live in my house anymore, but I was there to do some homework to study, and that was just the other room, so I kind of left there. A chance for Montreal to try to clear it out. It's looped on the center and brought in for Vegas. Alec Martinez switched it on. Yes, I saw, guys. I'm getting to it. I'm behind. Stop posting things. Holden will switch it out from behind the net and stepped it on across and tried to line through, and a chance for Riley Smith. And it's back out another. Yeah, I know. Don't tell me. I saw Montreal will try to move it across and back down the line to Foley there. Lehner will sweep this across. 9:35 to go in the third period. McNabb steps up the middle. Marchessault. Backhand pass. Carlson. And this is stabbed on back. Good keep in. Great keep in at the blue line for the Golden Knights. And a wraparound, a chance, and through for McNabb. That puck went in somehow. Knights tied it.
Peter, I didn't even know. I was on the chat and I was like, oh wow.
McNabb got this on goal. And this play starts with a great keep in at the blue line. And then Riley Smith, William Karlsson. And yes, it's McNabb. A goal that Price really wishes he had back. Didn't help that Perry was in the crease, but it just goes off of Perry and into the net. And the Knights have tied the game.
How did that even go in?
It just leaked.
Wow.
It just leaked in on Price off of his pad.
The one funny thing about that goal was when McNabb ran into the ref.
Yeah, it was funny. He kind of slid down. Also, 54 seconds to go in the NBA game. Hawks by 4.
Wait, so
I know that they're not incredibly experienced, but you realize that this is probably, along with some of those teams that lost against the Lake playoffs in the mid-2000s, this is probably the best Suns team that's ever been, right? You realize that, right? Oh, Hawks just made another bucket. But you realize that this Suns team is probably, I know they're super young and still not incredibly experienced, but the way that they've played, they are probably the best suited out of any team in the entire franchise to win it all, right? You go to commercial, McNabb has tied it. 1-1. How many baseball games I can stream? Just in case that this game goes to overtime.
Peter, you know who I like?
Who?
Devin Booker.
Yeah, of course. Oh no, this is if this goes to overtime, this is gonna be like the only sports game around, I think. Is like anything on? I'm trying to think if there's like any sport. The only sport I could think of is there might be like Copa America soccer. But I say might. Very tentatively. I don't know. Either Gold Cup or Copa America soccer. I would do that. It's the only thing I can think of. And we may not have overtime. Write your essay if there is nothing on. No. What? Aye. No, that's from something.
Sorry, Alexis, if you're still here. But I either have the Canadiens winning in overtime, or if it doesn't go to overtime, I have Vegas winning in regulation, honestly. What about you, Peter?
Probably Montreal in overtime. Yep. That's what Pierre McGuire's talking about right now. He's right. Leonard's been very good. I still don't feel like he's been that comfortable, but he's stopped pucks, and that's all you really want.
Yeah. And I mean,
They don't ask how, they just ask how many. And in his perspective, that saves. They got the rally towels waiting. They're waving. It's something that started in Vancouver and in Montreal. It is going.
Montreal is out shooting
What?
I said Montreal is out shooting by a lot.
26 to 18. But remember the last game where Vegas was out playing and out shooting and also getting help from the refs and still lost. Here's a chance for Tuck. And it's to the outside of the net. The Canadiens, Eric Stahl. Stahl got hit. And back that on up, Petrangelo. Stahl got hit and away from Perry and intercepted. And here's Tuck. Tuck with no check. Tuck. And pinned out from the corner.
Last game, the time goal was Fleury's fault, and this game, the time goal was kind of Price's fault.
Watch. I want you to watch. I talked about it, but I wasn't on air. If you can, look on YouTube and look up like Scott Gomez Game 4. Well, it's actually in the video I made of the 2001 goals, but look up Scott Gomez Game 4 2001 goal. You can do it now if you want. In fact, you probably should. Look up Scott Gomez Game 4 Stanley Cup Final 2001 goal on Patrick Waugh, like something like that. Look at his goal. I swear it's the same goal as Fleury.
Wait, what is it? Stanley Cup Final Game 4?
2001 Scott Gomez. And put the volume on when you do it too, because it's a great call. That Avs fan is going to go, oh my God.
2001?
Yes. Game 4 Stanley Cup Final 2001 Scott Gomez on Waugh.
Okay, I'm pretty sure this is it.
That's Bob Cole's call. I don't like it. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna help you get it. Search it on YouTube, okay? What are that are giving you the goals? Because one channel gives you Bob Cole, one channel gives you Gary Thorne. Which are the channels that have it?
There's one that says Buffalo
Don't go to him. I know him. He's a really good YouTuber. He does all Bob Cole. Type in McKay with it because he does the Gary Thorne stuff. Don't do Buffalo Archives. Buffalo Archives is incredible, but when it comes to finals, for some reason, he only does the CBC feeds. I don't know why. It just is the way he gets them.
Wait, which one is it?
2001. All right, you know what? I'm gonna send you a link.
Wait, is it?
No, hold on. Don't do anything. I'm going to send you a link in a little bit, okay? I'm going to DM you a link, okay? You found it? Avs fan, let me check to see if it's the right one. Avs fan, I'm going to check to see if it's the right one.
Because I have two videos right here in front of me from McKay.
The Gomez one is the one you want.
There's two.
Stop. Oh, my God. He did the Joe Sakic video. Which one does it say?
Is it the end game or the Scott Gomez goal?
Scott Gomez goal. It's not the end game. Scott Gomez goal. And then play it on loud. Don't you love ads? Less than 5 minutes to go. It's swept in the Vegas Golden Knights to center ice.
Is this it?
Yep. Yes, it is. The Hawks have beaten the 76ers. The Hawks win Game 7. They're going to play Milwaukee. The West will have home ice. Are you watching it? All right, that's it, JC?
That is almost identical to
Isn't it? It's so I found a call with it, and I basically listened to the call. And while Gary Thorne's about to go, I say, Marc-Andre Fleury coughed it up. Bah, bah, bah. And how about the fact it's a Quebecois goaltender? It's, he's a Montreal born. He's out of the net on the road. It was the only difference is if you look at it, what's even more amazing with the Fleury gaff is number one, Waugh touches the puck. It goes off of him. Waugh has the chance to get back in net and stop it. Number two, there's way more time in the game than there was in this game. Here's the shot, a save by Later again. Like that had 2:47 left in the clock, right? Or no, I had like 3:40 something, right?
Not sure.
Yeah. In this game, there was only like a minute and like 30. There wasn't much time. That's what makes the Fleury gaff even more incredible. Yeah. My favorite goal of that series comes about 45 seconds later in the game. Sakura gets a pass off the face-off. Colorado wins the draw, and they still don't do anything with it. It's great. But the Avs win the cup, and Ray Bork and all that wonderful. And someone will lift the cup this year. We'll see who. White Cloud shoots it wide. But while that was playing, if you missed it, the Hawks won it in 7 games. They found a way late to beat the Sixers. So the Sixers again lose in a 7th game, this time in Philadelphia. So that means the winner of the West will have – Peter, shut your mouth. The Sixers will have home court – not the Sixers. The Western Conference will have home court advantage as in the NBA Finals. Whoever goes out of the West, either the Clippers or the Suns. So it'll be the Hawks and the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Final. Who would have predicted that? Like – because the Bucks didn't have that great of a season. So the Hawks and the Bucks, okay. I do not care who gets into the NBA Finals. I just want the team in the West to win.
Peter, I don't understand why Avs is telling you to shut your mouth. I mean, the Avs ended up winning that series, so, like, what's the big deal?
Anytime the Avalanche let in a goal, he gets annoyed.
Okay, that does make sense. That does make sense.
Yeah, he posted a link, and it was the Sakic link that I have to see every five streams. The Sakic links comes up. It's like Pot Band Sucks chant. Like you can hear that at a Mets game. Like we'll be talking about, we'll be streaming. I'll stream a Knicks Hawks game, and we'll bring up like the Avalanche and the Devils, and how I'm a Devils fan, how the Devils are great and won the cup once, and then go back to New York and everything, and I'll see the Sakic goal. It's amazing. It was because Peter made a big deal out of it. Because it was a great goal. At the time, it changed the series, and the Devils won the next game. But, JC, I've seen people who are Devils fans who have said the Devils should have won the cup. They outplayed the Avalanche. I'm a diehard Devils fan. You know that, right? The Devils did not outplay the Avalanche that series. I think that was the worst Stanley Cup final the Devils have ever played.
Yeah.
And that was the whole thing. Randy McKay was injured in that series. And Arnott was injured in that series for a few games as well. The two guys that scored in game 2 of that final were replacements. Turner Stevenson, and I forget who the other one was. Less than a minute to go in the third period. Mark Stone.
Peter, you know the Bruins room, right?
I know you're a Bruins fan? Yes, I know you're a Bruins fan.
The Bruins room that I sent you a picture of.
Picture of what?
The Bruins room with like black jerseys. And
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen it.
Yeah, that's where I've been sleeping every night.
You've been sleeping there?
Yeah.
I don't have a den like that. But I do have my room, which has sports hats everywhere. So, and a poster of Marty Brodeur to my right, which is amazing.
I remember, so my doctor that I used to go to as a kid, they would have like a bunch of different rooms. They had a hockey room, and guess who was hanging up on the wall?
Shut up.
A giant fathead sticker of Marty Brodeur.
That's awesome. I want to go to your doctor's office. Why, though? Why does Brodeur have anything to do with Connecticut?
I don't even know. Probably because he was the greatest goalie of all time.
He's the greatest player of all time. I would vouch say athlete, but everybody doesn't agree with me. 10 seconds to go. But it's not just like, Brodeur's the greatest player. If you've seen on videos and streams, I have nets off, but they're going to keep playing, and we are going to sudden death overtime again. But shut up, Abs. But I have not just said he's a great goalie and the greatest player of all time. I have made significant factual arguments on why I believe he's the greatest I haven't made arguments on stream or why he's the greatest athlete of all time, but I've made arguments on why he's the greatest hockey player of all time.
I think he's definitely the greatest goalie.
Avs fans not going to agree with you. Patrick Roy.
We're doing the best goalie, but you got to admit, Patrick was a very good goalie too.
He's the second greatest goalie. He's top 10 of all time in the NHL. No question. No question.
Yeah.
No doubt. I'm not discrediting Patrick Waugh. He's good. And Patrick Waugh and Brodeur are guys that, okay, let's say Fleury's not going to get to Brodeur's wins, but he could get to Waugh's wins. It's not likely, but it could happen. I'm not putting Fleury ahead of Waugh. I don't even have Fleury in my top 100.
I think Dominic Hasek is a top 10 goalie of all time.
No. Top 10 goalie. Probably. I think so. Top 5 probably as well. I thought you meant top 10 player. I was going to be like, no, he's not. I have him at, where did I have him? Because I can't remember my video. No one will ever get to Waugh's playoff win record, 151. That's pretty nuts. But you have to also realize that Waugh played, Waugh, I think Ed Brodeur played, like, the longevity was the same, but Waugh played on more dominant playoff teams with dominant culture. Brodeur got to a dominant Devils culture, but when his career was winding down, the Devils missed the playoffs a few years and really didn't have the firepower to substantiate him. You get the Montreal Canadiens. Did Waugh ever miss the playoffs in his career? Avs fan, I don't think Waugh ever missed the playoffs in his career. Because there's no way Montreal missed the playoffs from 86 to 95, 96. And the Avalanche never missed the playoffs from that time. In fact, since Waugh was there, the Avalanche never lost the division. The year Waugh retired was the year they lost the division. You got to let me know, Avs fan. I don't think he ever missed the playoffs in his career. Brodeur missed the playoffs a bunch of times. Not his fault, obviously. Oh, it's overtime. So just kind of scanning to see spring league football. You guys want that?
Peter, I have a hot take here.
This live?
Peter, I have a hot take right here.
What?
I don't think Fleury's going to be a Hall of Famer.
You don't think? I would disagree there. It has to be third in wins?
He's never won. What's the goalie trophy called again?
No, but he's won 3 cups.
Yeah.
He's won 3 cups.
Okay, but he was only the starter for one of those.
He would have been the starter. He would have been the starter if he didn't get injured. Because remember that Murray got injured and Fleury became the starter. And if Fleury didn't get injured, Fleury would have started the Cup Finals.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Is there MLS? Is there any soccer on today? I'm just looking to see if there's soccer today.
Crosby has to win like every 5 or 6 years.
No, I know you're not discrediting him, Avs fan. But if you know, can you let me know if Waugh ever missed the playoffs? Because I'm thinking, and I maybe like 88 or 89 the Habs missed. They had a bad year, but like no, 89 they made the final. So no, not 89.
I can't believe a Bruins fan is rooting for the Habs.
Who, you?
Yeah. I want the Habs to win it all.
I want to see if there's anything to... Oh, here we go. Copa. Let's see. Nothing today. All right. So if there's no MLS and there's no Gold CONCACAF, there's nothing to do. Atlanta tied with Philly. All right, got to see if there's Gold CONCACAF. If there's no CONCACAF. The only thing I could stream is Spring League football. Do you guys want?
I don't watch that.
No, I just you want that during intermission. There's like nothing to do. Oh, is there track and field on now? If track and field is actually live, I'm streaming that now because I used to run track.
Mm-hmm. Peter,
I gotta see if it's on.
Look at the chat. What did I tell you?
He's a Hawks fan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think there is, guys. I'm streaming that.
Who disliked your video? I'm gonna find it.
Guess what I don't do?
What?
Teo, I want to time you out. There's no Trae Young praise here. I don't care when they do it. They're interviewing the track run. I so want to broadcast track. It's just so fun.
I didn't know that you used to run track.
Yeah, I did. That in cross country. I like cross country better than track, though.
Okay.
Let me tell you, though, the worst person in the world is this interviewer because he has to interview these track runners. I can tell you as a track runner, you just want to die after you run a meet like that. No, Avs fan, we don't like Trae Young because of the Knicks. What? Wait, what?
Peter, I'm sorry if you don't get triggered by this, but what's the difference between track and field and cross country?
There's a huge difference. There is a huge difference. Gigantic difference. Track, first of all, is performed on a track, and there's different. Can you please? Can you? I'm trying, bro. I'm trying not to get triggered. Like that's one of those things that will trigger me because I know, but you have to let me explain it to you.
Where do you run?
I will tell you if you let me explain. If you don't cut me off. Track is on a physical track, and it's also called track and field because there are people that don't do track, they do field. And what field is, it's the pole vault, and you're lifting stuff and doing all that. And track is also, you're only running in one space. You're running on a track multiple times. If you're doing it 1,600, you're doing it 4 times. At 3,200, you're doing it 8 times. I think there's one where you do it about 16 times. That sucked. I remember doing that. 800 2 times, 400 1 time, 200 half of it, 100 up and down. And cross country is different because cross country you're running a mile cross country on a course that usually goes through like the woods. So like on our school, they were showing the finish. That was really close. You would start on like the track. You would run. That was really nice. The qualifier. The 2 winners ended up going to the Olympics. That's awesome. That must feel great. You start on the track usually. Sometimes it's other places, but you start on the track. You run a lap on the track, and then you're running like through the woods and this trail. You're running over rocks, over branches, back down on hills, running around different. Sometimes you do it different times. And there was one time, oh my God, this is one of my favorite meets I ran in. We were ready to run, and there was this rain that was pouring. The rain, and not pouring, it was kind of drizzling. There was mud. We were all joking around, and in cross country, the guy that will start it, he shoots a gun into the air, just like track, but he shoots a gun into the air. So we said, "Are you ready? Are you ready?" Everybody's joking, ha 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 ha. We're ready. We're ready. And it was drizzling. It was raining. There was some mud around, and this wasn't even by our school. This was like in a different area, because sometimes you go into like these places called invitationals. It's like about 15 schools run, and you're all running against each other. So we get to this one spot at this one area where it's muddy and grassy, and there's rain, and We're like, okay, ready to run. Usually, you don't run in stormy weather. He's like, ready, runners. Then we stop talking. Ready, runners, ready, set your mark. And he's about to wave the gun. And it looks like there's a lightning bolt, but we don't see it. And just a boom of this thunder comes out. And we're like, oh, we're not running. And then the gun goes off. And we're running. And there's a downpour. And there's mud. And there's hail hitting everybody in the back. This is for miles, guys. It is amazing. It literally, like, I got hit in the back at the end of the race because I stopped because I thought I was going to careen into mud. Literally, I finished. I stopped at the finish line to get my time with no breath, and I got body checked in the back by the guy behind me, and we both fell face first in the mud and just started running towards our buses. Yeah, it's an up-tempo sport. It's, unlike most sports, like unlike indoor track and unlike track where if there's rain and thunder, you don't go. There's no roof. You're going. There's no cross country in the winter. You have indoor track while it's snowing, so you get to run in like an indoor facility. But yeah. All right. Oh, we got a men's 100-meter final. Oh, they're getting ready. Okay, we got a guy from Oregon, Williams. Michael Williams, one of the best colleges in the world for college cross country and track. Noah Lyles, the 2019 world champion of 200-meter running. If anybody's wondering why we're doing running, we're in for overtime to start in hockey. Noah Lyles, one of the great runners. And this qualifying, the first two will get to the Olympics. What are you going to say?
You have good stories.
Yeah, it really happened, though. Thanks. Ronnie Baker, he was fifth at the 2019 U.S. Championships of the 100 meters from Louisville. He's a bit lankier, but upper muscular, let's see. Also, 100 meters is like the shortest distance, so it's going to end in like 10 seconds. Trayvon Bromell, it's going to end in 10 seconds. There might be a guy who's going to have a 5-second time in this. It's going to be really quick. And we got the biggest runner out there, Fred Curley from Taylor, Texas. He was a bronze medalist in the 400 meters in the 2019 World Championships, although this will be the 100 meters.
I can run 25 meters in 3.75 seconds.
Kenny Bednark is here. Have you ever run a mile?
No.
No, not run a mile. Have you ever run a 5K, 3 miles?
No. I used to jog, not run.
My top 5K time is 1950. So that means I ran 3 miles in less than 20 minutes. And Justin Gatlin, probably the greatest runner in American history out there, along with Craven Gillespie from Pasadena, California, the 4x100 meter 2019 world champion. Gillespie, Gatlin, all from the University of Oregon. Runners will be at their mark, and we wait for the starting gun. Baker, Williams, and of course the great Gatlin. It would be a tremendous tremendous upset if Gatlin doesn't get to the Olympics.
Peter, I think Abs Fan is your teacher.
With the essays?
Yeah.
It's about a fantasy league that Trent and a bunch of other people are in.
Okay.
They ready for the gun? Bromell, Gatlin. They're off! Bromell and Gatlin. They're both on here. They're going to try to see who's going to get there first. It is going to be close to upset. And Refive's going to get there in 9:80. And I believe Gatlin does get to the Olympics. And it will be Bromell and Gatlin heading to the United States Olympics. Incredible feeling for them.
Hey, Peter, I think overtime's coming back here.
It is? Okay, thank you.
I think. They're showing the overtime goal.
A 9:95 is the top time. JC, 9 seconds and 95 milliseconds for Brumell. He wins it.
I don't think I'd be able to do that.
Brumell got him by, I think, Brumell beat Gatlin by a millisecond.
I can probably do it in like 15 seconds. 16 seconds.
Yeah, that's not. I'm trying to think of like that's Olympics. Those guys are Olympic runners, and the United States is probably going to be silver or bronze or maybe even gold in the world for Olympic running. So, yeah, nobody's going to hit 9. I'm trying to think of. I know you're not in high school, but overtime's underway. I know you're not in high school, but I'm trying to think of who icing. I'm trying to think of what high school running times would be like in a 200. Or no, that's a 100. I'm trying to think what it would be like. Probably around 15 seconds. I don't know if you're not real runner. I don't know if you would do 15 seconds. You might do like 20. I'm trying to think of like what the best times would be. Yeah, it's somewhere between 15 and 20. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't run speed. I wasn't a speed runner in track. I was a distance runner. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was running the 800, which is 2 laps, the 1600, which is 4 laps. I did a horrible one once where you had to go, here's a shot in front, Price is down. My TV pause. A shot in through, they score! What? And this series tied. Vegas Golden Knights have tied the series. Montreal had all the momentum. They outplayed the Golden Knights. The Golden Knights came back, and they win it early in overtime with Price down. Waugh, in his hometown, lifts this over Price. They have not left the ice, the Canadiens. Are they positioning for offside here? This looks like it will stand, but I don't know what they're contesting. Great play by the former Montreal Canadiens captain, Max Pacioretty. Yeah, it's got to be goaltender interference. Yeah, and Alex Tuck. That must be what they're protesting. Great play by Watt to stick with it, and that goalie stick just flies. What?
I think it's a good goal. What about you?
Fleury's on the ice. I don't think they're going to protest this, guys. The Knights are leaving the ice. And so the gambit paid off. Lehner gets the Golden Knights a win. The Canadiens, so much for that late second period. And the outside crowd from Montreal will leave. I mean, they're not terrible down the series. Still, it's a best of 3 now. But now they're going to have to go to Vegas. And this will be a big chance for them. This is Waz's first career overtime goal.
Peter, I say next game they play London. I'm not going to lie.
We'll see. That's going to be Tuesday night from Nevada.
That's it from Vegas.
The Golden Knights are going home. This series is tied. The Canadiens wanted a split after Game 3. The Vegas Golden Knights wanted a split. This series is dead even in every single way imaginable. Knights 2, Montreal 1. All right, I'll see you Thursday if there is a game because I'm going to have work and everything. But see you guys tomorrow. See you guys soon. Good night, everybody. Happy hockey, everybody.
Happy hockey. Thank
All
you
right.
for having me.